Turn that shit up, Mike.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really drippin', leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeezing, leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really drippin', leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeezing, leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Tryna catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more.
His brain's gone, nigga.
It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting.
We really hit it, nigga.
We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really drippin', leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really drippin', leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze, leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals.
Break that shit down, nigga.
AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spill. 7.62 gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner.
5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really drippin', leave a nigga bleeding. I can leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really drippin', leave a nigga bleeding. I can squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding.
Y'all know what the fuck going on around here, nigga. Y'all nigga keep talking about you.
Welcome everybody. We're gonna have to get a new intro for this channel right here. So I mean, you know, that's what we got for right now. We gotta get a new intro for this right here. All things peace and blessings. How you doing today, King? You know, welcome to my lovely co-host Key Alexandria. Y'all make sure y'all smash the likes. Whew. Got another good cook coming through. How you doing today, Miss Key Alexandria?
I am doing good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. I had to switch devices. My other was acting up as usual. Yeah, I can hear you.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm maintaining. Just wasn't ready to get here. Get to the families, you know, get this started off, you know. Yep. So I'm gonna let you lead tonight if you would like to.
Give me 1 second.
Alrighty.
I'm getting set up.
Yeah, y'all forgive us. This is our second show right here.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Go ahead, Upper.
Now I was saying this is our second show. Do Trust by Monday. We'll have everything situated. I'll be learning a lot of things this weekend with my wife on how to set up, produce, and do all this other stuff. So we'll be a lot better this week. We just get to lay in the land right now. Go
Yes, definitely. So the topic of tonight is ungrateful. Lord have mercy. Um, ungrateful women over eager men, rules to dating and meeting your match. Okay, so what do you mean by over eager men?
roll the plug, salute. When I say overeager men, it's men that's expecting too much, or men expecting something that they didn't earn, or men that's just ready to get to the business, or just a man that has no patience, a man that has no plan, no strategy, no nothing. He just willy nilly ready just to go ahead and hop in and do what he do, without no patience, preparations, or planning. That's what I mean by that.
Okay, so basically he's acting too quickly.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So how do you feel? What's your experience with that, with seeing men that are overeager, or have you ever done anything like that?
Um, Me myself, nah, I never had that problem because I was raised by certain individuals. They gave me the game early. They gave me the game early, but I had a lot of friends and I had a lot of people I seen. A lot of them they weren't as confident in themselves, and there was a lot of jumpy. They tried and they failed. Like they ended up they was over eager. The woman seen that. She used it to her advantage, and she won. He lost, really, because she seen that he was willing to do whatever just to get the prize, and he wasn't really thinking about what came along with it. So a lot of men, they go out, go to this fancy restaurant, order up all this stuff, go do this, that. A man is ended it all, doing it all just so they can come out because they know what they wanted to end. And a woman knows what he wants at the end too. So she knows that it's like Terrence Crawford. I hate to go to boxing, but he knew Earl Spence wanted that belt. And so he strung him along, did everything he could just to get what he wanted. And the woman did that because the man was overeager. He played his hand too early. Like, if you show that you have options and you show that, hey, look, this is another day for me, like, you should be privileged that I'm spending the time out my day to be with you. Then it puts him on a better playing field than the fact that he acted like what they call thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just happy to be there. Like, you just happy you have somebody there with you. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I do. And I was actually going to mention that word thirsty. So basically, you're describing a guy that's real thirsty or a guy that's pretty much a simp. So here's the play. And for this is for the fellas in the chat or those that's gonna catch this on replay. Um, I said it last night and I stand on it. Only a woman that's really dominant and masculine, like thirsty simp guys, because they can control them. It's a control mechanism. Just like when a man knows that they got a woman, you know what I'm saying? It's either they will treat her good or they're gonna run her through the mud. And oftentimes, than not, we always see men that they and women that treat them bogusly. Now for men that are over eager, um where stand like in my opinion, my humble opinion, those are the guys that at their core they're really good dudes, right? These are really good guys. You really want to like they really are about pleasing their woman. The thing is that they don't know, and this is for women too who are like that, they don't have a set of boundaries or standards. And so what we see is they They're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? And then a person that is willing to take advantage of that will take advantage. They will bite the bullet and string you along. And unfortunately, we're seeing that a lot lately. We're seeing that a lot with good dudes that are meeting certain women, and at the end of the, after they done spent everything up on them, you know what I'm saying? The woman bounces, don't want to be with them anymore, and then they're stuck. They're sitting there looking stuck. And let me tell you something, fellas. The more money you spend on a woman, the more attachment you will have to her. Don't get it twisted. You have now turned that woman into an investment. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to be mindful of that. Like truly mindful. Make sure that when you are doing things for a woman that you like, that that you know that this is serious, that she's serious, and
Cut
that
it.
she has your best intentions.
Can I cut it one time too?
Mm-hmm.
Also, fellas, the way you start a relationship, if you start off all extravagant stuff, she's gonna expect you to continue that. So make sure you start off on a level in which you are good at. Because when you start off with all this extravagant stuff, doing all this, all these trips and stuff, then a woman's going to expect that because that's how you presented yourself, and this is what you presented. All right, go ahead, Keith. My bad.
And that is definitely, definitely, definitely true. And then for my women out there that when it comes to these type of the ungrateful women out there, you're going to have to, it's going to come a time when you're going to have to draw a sand in a line. You can only be ungrateful for so long, because one thing about when you um when you say the word ungrateful, it already has a negative connotation in it. You know what I'm saying? It already has a negative feeling to it. It's nothing positive about it. It does not bring you joy or anything else. So basically, that word ungrateful is going to manifest itself within you. And when you start operating in that spirit of ungratefulness, and not being loving, just an unkind person. You know what I'm saying? And then you wondering why, down the line, not only can you find a man, but you're having health issues, or you're not understanding why you can't shake anxiety or depression. It's because of the spirits that you've been operating in this whole time. And best believe that karma is real. It's gonna come a time where you mess over a real good dude, and you might not hit it. You might not get that karma um in November or December or January. It might come in 2026, but best believe it's going to come. It's going to happen. So just be careful, ladies, that are ungrateful women out there. It's all about how you carry yourself. And in my eyes, if you don't want that guy, if he's too overeager, just let him go. That's what I've done in my past. When I know that a guy is just he's too thirsty, or he's just not my type, I don't even play around with it. I just let it go. Do you want to build on that, Upper?
And that's good right there. I'm glad you said that because, like she said, yes, karma is real, and karma will come back, and it's not gonna come back in the way you got it. What you put out there comes back twice as fold. You may meet that one person that might have been your best, your blessing. It might have been your perfect match and everything. Somebody that would have went to the end of the world and boom for you, but you put it out there, and you decided that for some reason you didn't have their best interest at heart. First, I'm gonna tell you like this: the person that loves the most in a relationship will always get the short end of the stick. I'm just being real. The person that loves the most will always get done the worst because you're more invested. But one thing you gotta know: women, when they take advantage of the men, a lot of times is when they're younger because they see society's pushing it and they feel like they have enough time to do Edgar Chavez salute, peace and blessings, King. So a lot of times they feel like they got time, they ain't gotta settle down now. When in the old days, black all day, salute. Let me reach you up, buddy. Everybody that comes through, we richen up. That's our family, until we destroy it. When we get bigger, then they won't be. Already have our people in place because we growing here. We gonna be big. We going hard, and we got y'all with us. But like I was saying, um, it's gonna come a time. Most women feel like they got enough time to still be a housewife. They just want to go through. A lot of them push this whole phase on each other. But back in the day, women were raised to be wives. Listen to what I'm saying. Women were raised to be wives. Somewhere along the line, this done got mixed up, and now women have been raised to be single mothers. They've been raised to be, hate to say the word, but thoughts, video vixens. They've been raised to be city girls. And the thing is, women are not being taught by their mother and their grandmother. Back in our day, you had big mama, you had your mama, and you had your dad. And sometimes, you can't learn to be something that you don't see. And a lot of women didn't see what a real loving household or a real wife and what a family looks like. So a lot of them seen a lot of toxic love. Like they might have seen something their mother went through and they emulate that. The type of men their mama went through, they emulate that. Their mama might have had men in and out the door, they emulate that. See, a lot of women don't know what it's like to be a woman. That's why they need a man to come through who's on his stuff, that is about his business, and can set boundaries. Setting boundaries is the key. You have to be confident in yourself and be able to set boundaries. Because that's what a woman respects, is if you can set boundaries. If you can't set boundaries, then it's all go. Don't be afraid to set boundaries. That's the number one thing. If you're afraid to set boundaries, then you've already lost. And a woman, she's going to try what she can. But also, you got to know how to show your dominance without being overbearing. That's the difference. And I'm going to say it like this. How can I say it? A true man doesn't have to tell people he's the man because it's already understood and people already know it. You don't have to, how could you try to be the man when it's something that you already are? You feel what I'm saying? The people who that try are not that. And that's why, it comes off ingenuous. It makes you seem ingenuous. And most people can see through the lies, the fakes, and the phonies. You know what I'm saying? So, first off, try to be real within yourself and set boundaries. Boundaries is the key. Go ahead, Key.
Yes, I mean, I will say, too, to piggyback off of what you said, I do agree that boundaries and the standards are definitely key. But I think that goes into knowing who you are. And as a woman, see, I can't speak from a man perspective. I can only give you game as a woman because, as Tupac said, the great Tupac, everything y'all pretty much gotta, that's how y'all get y'all game is from us. And so I can give you some game. I'm not gonna give y'all everything because I can't break the woman's code. I'm still a woman. I'm still a woman. But one thing that I can say for men is that there's nothing like meeting someone that is secure and confident within themselves. And in order to establish those boundaries and those standards, you have to be secure and confident within yourself, because then you will know the boundaries and the standards to even go off of. You know what I'm saying? So for instance, I have a cousin who he's very into his health. I mean, the man is like built like a bodybuilder. I swear to God, like he's very athletic and everything. He will not date a woman if she has certain vices. She doesn't have to be like a vegan or anything, but he is very strict on, you know what I'm saying? No pork, no this, no that. He looks for a certain type of woman, as far as build go and everything else. To the outside looking in, some folks might be like, oh, that's kind of shallow, but no, he has his standards, he has his boundaries, but that came from knowing who he was. He put the work into himself to know what type of woman he is looking for. You get what I'm saying? So the boundaries and the standards are definitely key, but you got to really truly know yourself and do the work with yourself to even get to that point. And I think that's the problem with both men and women, because we're living in a society where everything is so quick, 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 quick. We want things right then and there, and um, we're not taking the time to really truly spend time with ourselves. And your first friend is yourself. You come in this world by yourself, you go out by yourself. And so I really want to encourage men, especially the overeager men, as we're talking about, know yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you, you will not be eager. You won't let that woman keep making you look like no fool. Because I promise you, as she's doing it, all she's doing afterwards is coming back to us and we laughing. Like, we like, dang, he did that? Wow. You know what I'm saying? No shade. But
Another thing, can I cut in real quick?
yes.
Men, do not compromise on yourself. If you have a rule or if you have a standard, do not compromise on that. Do not bend on that. You have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. If you don't want a woman that smoke and you mess with this woman, she smoke, dead it, or tell her to stop it or dead it. That's for one. Because when you start accepting things that you don't like, you're hurting yourself. You're losing your position. Like, if you don't like the way a woman talk a certain way and you explain it to her and she keeps on or she don't change what you don't like, then she's not for you because she's going to keep testing your boundaries. You got to be confident in yourself and be able to stand up in what you believe in. First off, women will respect that because they love a man that's confident and is going to stand his ground. And a lot of times, I hate to say it, but a lot of women didn't have their father around. So they need that dominant presence. They need somebody to set standards, set rules. Now, I'm saying don't be overbearing and totalitarian, but if it's a good rule, you make sure you stick it and you stand with it. Don't let nobody change your opinion or make you do something that you don't want to do, period. Go ahead, Key. I'm sorry.
No, and I definitely agree with that. I can even attest to that point. That was an excellent point that you made about sticking to your guns, basically. Because I back in the day when I dated, when I first started on the dating scene, and I didn't know, when you're 17, 18, you really don't know what you're looking for. At least I didn't. And I'm just dating, you know what I'm saying? I'm cute. And the neighborhood boys, they cute, you know what I'm saying? And you just wanting to date and go out and have fun. And I remember one of my first boyfriends, he I did not like drinkers. In fact, my first drink wasn't until I was about 19, 20 years old. And it was Boone's Farm, y'all. I don't even drink hard liquor. So I'm what you call a youngin' when it comes to all that type of stuff. But I wasn't like that. And he wanted to, you know what I'm saying? When he'd go out, he would drink. Back then, I think Crown is still big. I don't know. I'm not an alcohol drinker, but Crown and Patron was like the two main, liquors that we heard about, you know. And so he would, want to do that. And I would say, nah, I don't drink that type of stuff. And he would be okay with it. Well, I was always a school head, like I've always been in school, always strive for my education. And when I was not in, on the weekends, I would either be doing work study. To all my college people, shout out to y'all. Y'all know what work study is. It's absolutely annoying. But it's how we paid for school. So I would do work study and he would be out at the clubs partying. And I'm like, why, and drinking. And I noticed that as our relationship just kept going on, like I was, like adding up the things that I didn't like. And now, as hindsight is 2020, they say, I'm able to realize then that that's when my boundaries and my standards, because I was starting to fully develop into a woman and know what I was looking for. So I don't want somebody that parties all the time. I don't want somebody that is okay with drinking all the time. I want somebody that's going to, take things seriously. And I was noticing it started with him, him going out all the time, him not taking school. And next thing you know, by the end of the semester, I was entering into the second semester and he wasn't. I don't even know what even happened to him. I pray that he's okay. But I had to leave him because I knew that if I would have done what he was doing, I wouldn't be where I am today. No, I would have been where I am, but I wouldn't be. It would have took a lot longer, and I would have fell into some really bad habits. So Upper is absolutely right. Like, stick to your guns. Like, and again, it goes with knowing who you are. You know what I'm saying? The same things that I did when I was younger, I don't do right now at 34. Number one, I'm 34. What I look like, you know what I'm saying? Doing X, Y, and Z. Like, come on, man. I got that stuff out my system in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though once you hit 30, it's like you turn over a new leaf on things.
And see, that's another point I was coming to. When women start hitting the age of 30, a lot of times what they had at the early 20s is gone. And a lot of women start looking to settle down at around the age of 30. But when they reach that age right there, a lot of men are not really trying to settle with them as well because now they have more competition with the younger class. See, when men was trying to settle with them, they was out, not you, but like most women, and we just keeping it real over here. A lot of women was out living their best life during this time. They felt like they didn't need to settle down. They wasn't trying to have kids in the family right then. And then as their appeal started to wane and all that, then they started deciding, well, look, I didn't get the one that I wanted, and I'm out here. A lot of my friends are starting to get, locked down and everything. Maybe it's time for me to find somewhere and start my family. But see, the average woman has done went out there and done been with so many people now. Like her appeal has went down. And people can say what they want, but a body count, men are very most men are very, very incumbent on a body count. And a lot of people try to act like a body count doesn't matter. It does. And see, the reason why it's harder for women at a later age to get a man is because now we feel like you trying to settle down, but when I was trying to holler at you, you was out doing this and that. You weren't even trying to do that. So that's why it makes it tougher for women that's getting closer to the age of 30. Because what was you doing between your teens to your 20s? Like, a lot of time men was trying to holler, you wasn't. You was feeling yourself and you was feeling a different type of way. And a lot of men understand that. And second, you going against the new 21 and 23-year-olds. Like, you got a new generation behind you. And each generation, you got a lot of competition. And like they say, a lot of men, when they see women get older, they start thinking about a woman's fertility and pushing their line, their lineage. Like a girl that's 22, 23 years old have more fertile years than a woman that's 29, 30. And I'm going to hate to say it, but a lot of women, when they get to the age of 29, 30, I mean, they have kids by other people and they're not, they're not the same. And I hate to say it, but being a woman is like when you buy a car, dub right side, salute King. When you buy a car, it depreciates soon as it comes off the lot. Like it doesn't get better with age. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so it's best, most people to find who you like. And like I tell women, don't play the field. Like if you see something that you like, cause see, most women they used to want to get married. Now it's like they pushing the thing about getting married is bad. No, look at any woman in a happy marriage with kids. They enjoy that. Let me let Key get in.
I also think, who's that? Is that Dub?
Yeah, that's Dub Righty.
Hey,
Salute. Can y'all
Dub.
can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Hey, hold on, real quick. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me close the YouTube down.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Key.
I think that too. Hey, Justin James. Thank you for coming in tonight. I also think too, Upper, when we talked about briefly a few moments ago before we got on the live about the Cheesecake Factory woman, and I couldn't help but to laugh because I just came from the Cheesecake Factory a few weeks ago for my sister's birthday. We celebrated in Chicago, and there was such a okay, so there's this thing called high value men and women. I don't know if you guys ever heard about this. And so,
Oh yeah,
okay,
I
so
call it the upper echelon man. But yeah, go ahead.
okay, so basically it was, well, why would a man take you to the Cheesecake Factory anyway? It's looked at as being cheap and everything else. And here's my take on it. And I really want, and this goes back to Upper's point that he made previously of, look, you better, you start out with dating, you start out with what you can afford, what you can afford to lose. You understand me? Because like I told you guys, the more money that y'all invest into a woman, the more money and time that y'all invest into a woman, the harder it is for y'all to break away from her. Okay, that's game right there. That's the only one of the only female games I'm giving out to y'all. So
Did y'all hear what she said? And that goes to
Hold on, Key.
my point. That goes to my point right there. The more you invest with a woman, is the harder it is because you feel like you spent this. You feel like you go, and a lot of times it's like a deep hole. It's like a black hole. A lot of people they gonna get too invested. They don't put so much in. They don't realize they're throwing more and more in trying to get the prize, and all they doing is pushing the price value up. It's like the lottery. So many people will keep trying to hit the lottery, and they steady spending more and more and more. Like, and they don't realize as much as they put in, hell, they could have saved that right there and we had a little something to show for it. But they steady keep trying to hit the Powerball, and they push the price up.
exactly.
And,
Excuse
and real quick, I just want to jump in. And my thing is in this situation when we talk about what you're gonna initially spend on a date, those type of things. First off, I seen the cheesecake video as well. I'm like, shit, for a first date, that's decent in my opinion. That's decent. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much more you want to expect. And then I don't know if y'all seen the entire video, but the brother was like, well, if you would have been on time and this and that, then we would have went here.
Oh yeah,
And
you know something? No, let keep finish. Then we gonna go to you, bro. That's how we do it. I'm gonna
my
let you
bad, my
rock.
bad.
Bro. Yeah, I'm gonna let you rock. I know you eager to get in there, get your thing, and let her finish. Then you go ahead, bro.
I don't know. He was I understand. Dub, hold on, because I think we finna connect. So
Yeah.
when I had went to the Cheesecake Factory, and after the bill came to me, first of all, that menu, yo, at least the one in Chicago where we was downtown, it is not cheap at all. Okay. The Cheesecake Factory is not cheap.
Hell no, it ain't.
Yeah, exactly. It's not cheap. You're gonna spend a pretty bill, especially if it's a lot of y'all. And so by being my sister's birthday, of course, I was the one that paid for everything, which I didn't mind. But but when I heard about this video, I laughed and said, wait a minute, first of all, depending on the Cheesecake Factory where you go to, the ambiance in itself is beautiful. If you guys Google the Cheesecake Factory downtown Chicago, it's stunning. It looks like a 5-star restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Just the indoor and outdoor feel is amazing.
That's why
So
I said ungrateful.
yeah, so
Ungrateful. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah, so it was just like, wow, that's not it. But it goes back into what we discussed last night, and you know, everything that's occurring with social media, and you want to go to the Michael Jordan restaurants and the STKs and all these places, and I'm here to tell y'all right now, half them places suck. Okay, like to be 105, you are literally paying for the name of these companies. You're not paying for the food. Believe you me, I've ate at several supposed 5-star restaurants, and I always say you can get you a couple steaks at home, so and cook everything yourself. Is gonna taste way better anyway.
When you said
Um,
that right there, Key, that's what I was gonna say. I like me and my wife. We like Lone Star. I mean Longhorn, right?
right.
I get the cowboy ribeye from Longhorn. It's like $30, right? The cowboy ribeye. Now I will put that up against Ruth Chris's cowboy, which is about $70. And I like Longhorns better, just to be honest. But you paying for that name, like you said. Go ahead.
No, that's all because I wanted to see because I think Dub. Go ahead, Dub, because I think our points kind of intertwine. Go ahead, Dub.
And no, I agree 100%. First thing is so on the first date, especially a first date. When we talk about a first date, I'm looking to get to know you. Honestly, I understand formal settings. I got all of that, but a lot of times I would prefer to invite you out to on a Sunday while I'm watching the game. I know it don't sound great, but I'm just trying to get to know you, conversate with you. It ain't really so when we talk. But even the Cheesecake Factory, that is a very nice. It's a nice restaurant. The same way you described it for downtown Chicago. It's the same thing in Atlanta, man. It's a nice ambiance. You know what I'm saying? I have friends and of mine that go there for their birthdays, and you go to nice restaurants for your birthday. So it's a good restaurant. And the thing I want to put out there is I think that I, at some point in time, as a man, you have to look at it and you have to say, okay, what I'm looking for first is I want to get to know you. Yeah, if we go out, I'm going to buy whatever. I'm going to buy it. But at the same time, I don't think there if we go out for coffee, you know what I'm saying? We go to Starbucks and then we go take a job. I mean, it shouldn't be about the financials originally. It should really be about getting to know that person. And I think once when you meet a genuine person, then they understand it the same way you understand it. So I ain't got no problem with a person like that. But if you looking for something specifically on the first date, then it's like I don't know what you're looking for, and I got questions in my mind as a man.
I feel that right there. I feel that, Dub. And I'm gonna drop something on what Dub and Key just went in. Listen, ladies, you want a man to take you to a 5-star restaurant and to do all this and that on the first date, then you already know what's going through that man's mind right there. It's a transaction that he's thinking is about to go down, especially if he spends that type of money. And I'm gonna tell you like this: women say, "Yeah, this and that." You want a man to go all out on the first date, so that must mean you must be trying to go all out on the first date. But then when a man approach the subject, then you have a problem. Okay, then don't go nowhere like that because when you sit there and try to go to some place like that on the first date, then you're sending a different signal to most men, and that gets a man eager because he's feeling like, look, if I spend this type of money, it's going down. And usually, most times that's the case. But now the way social media is, most women feel like they're entitled to that type of treatment on the first date. And see, what does a woman bring to a first date besides their self? When did females become more important than males? First off, and I hate to say it, but when did poo poo become more expensive than dick? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's an equal trade in that aspect. Or sometimes maybe a woman gets more than the man. Honestly, if you do your thing right. Because they a lot of times they get off more than you do. And that's if you do your thing right. That's for one. For two, if a woman and you want to see if a woman's genuine and you first going out, I feel like Cheesecake Factory is still a big deal. Honestly, I feel like look, we need to go someplace where we can sit, talk, chill. Not spend too much money because we don't know where this is going. We don't know what's going on. First off, I'm trying to fill out who you are. And if you show me that that's what you want the first date to go out there, I feel like that you're a gold digger, honestly. And I feel like you're trying to get something out of somebody. And then a lot of women try to get stuff for free. And then talk about how a man thirsty and everything after the end of the date, but you just spent over $100 something. You just spent a bill, a light bill, water bill, phone bill, just on your belly, just so you can walk away and probably go see somebody else at the end of the night or laugh with your friends about how much you done spent up. My homeboy, he took a girl out for drinks. They was out drinking. She said she was hungry. So he told her, go ahead and order a little something. This girl ordered an appetizer, she ordered a soup, she ordered an entree and a dessert. She came up to like $93 for her.
Full course meal.
Exactly. Like just got entitled. And then she mad because he said I put 40 with it, but I'm paying for the drinks. And she was mad because he didn't want to pay the whole bill. Like, lady, he invited you out for drinks. You got out there and you tried to take advantage. And that's the problem. A lot of women feel like they can take advantage of men. Now, as a man, you know if a woman's feeling you and if she's ready to do the do. You know what I'm saying? And also, you know what she don't. But in your mind, you feel like you can win her over. You feel like, maybe after a while, it's not gonna happen. She already got it set in her mind what she's gonna do. And all you doing is investing. And then she knows once she got you invested, she's gonna keep getting you invested because now you done put already 100 and some into her, and you trying to see a return on your investment. And as you trying to see a return on your investment, she's steady running the bill up, and eventually, most times, a lot of people get burnt, and it's gonna be a loss. Instead of cutting your ties, you steady trying to get over, and you losing more and more. And I just say, look, a nice restaurant or a regular, man, look, first restaurant, look, let's go grab some chicken. Let's grab some tacos or something like that. I mean, why we have to be so expensive?
And and I will say, Upper, I love the taco. Going to grab tacos is always a good thing, in my opinion. I agree with you on that aspect of it.
Yeah, like we go to a Mexican restaurant, we grab some tacos and stuff. I mean, it's not too cheap and it's not too expensive. And we get to see the cultural diversity. And we can sit there and talk because the first day is about getting to know somebody, not about seeing what you can get to eat.
Right.
Like we trying to get to know each other, and food is there. Somebody echoing, but yeah, we getting to know each other. The food is just a bonus. We didn't come out here just to be spending and eating. We trying to get to know each other. That's what the first date's about. It's on you, Keith.
Okay. So I'm going to I'm trying to see how can I go about this. All right. I get what you guys were saying. And it is, of course, you can do the tacos, you can do this. If you like a woman, if you meet a woman and you like her, it's always, in my opinion, it's in a man's DNA to impress her. Okay. And that can be, I mean, just think about it. Like, envision yourselves, close your eyes and envision yourselves meeting that woman. And, maybe, you know what I'm saying, you told an extra joke or two trying to make her laugh. Or, you know what I'm saying, you held out the keys and showed that it was a Lexus, you know what I'm saying, on the key ring, you know what I'm saying? Or you walked towards your car so that she could see what you were driving, or you lift your pants leg up so she could see whatever type of shoes you got on, that's your Steve Maddens or something. Just like with us, it's in our DNA to flip our hair when we're close to you, or bat our eyes a certain type of way, or lick our lips, anything. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a man and a woman, it is we want to impress. But that, it just doesn't stop by physical. It does go by what you do, the action that you put into to impress that person. So I'm gonna give y'all some free game, fellas. Yes, the tacos are good. That's more so of a lunch date. But I'm not saying that that's bad or anything of what you guys were saying. I'm just saying, for the upper echelon men that we're talking to, you would want to do something like that for a lunch date. To be honest with you, if you're going to do tacos at night, here's free game. Take her to a brunch or a lunch at a 5-star restaurant at that time, because the prices are cut in half. So
Facts,
you know
and
what I'm
that's
saying?
facts right there.
That's game. So you can dine her, dine her during lunch, and then in a couple days or in a few weeks, however fast or slow you guys decide to take it, then you can start doing the the Cheesecake Factory, or out here, we have a couple of nice Hispanic restaurants. Or to be honest with you, another good place is what do you call those where they cook the food in front of you? The Asian
Hibachi grills.
hibachi grill. Yes. Go there. You know what I'm saying? Go there. That always entice, you know what I'm saying? That always puts a smile on a woman's face. Another place where, and I don't understand why a lot of people don't take advantage of this. Certain golf clubs, golf places, golf resorts in the community will allow for people to come in, or fellas, just get you a golf club, a golf membership.
Yeah, go
You
to
know
the
what I'm saying?
clubhouse.
Go to the
No,
clubhouse.
go ahead.
The clubhouse and the golf membership. Let her finish.
Yep. Go to the membership. Like, there's ways to have it without actually having it. And this is why I say women, you know what I'm saying? We have the game because we pretty much know how to make it work with these things. You know what I'm saying? And with and if you do that, you know what I'm like, if you do that, like if you say, "Hey, let me take you out for lunch," and you guys
Country
are both
club. That's what it's
working.
called. It's
Yes, a
called a
country
country
club.
club.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes, a country club. And then, fellas, another thing that will put a woman's, I don't even care if you take her to, I'm not going to say McDonald's, because don't ever take a woman to McDonald's on your first date. But in whatever date you choose to take her to, it is nothing. Out here we have like Jewel Osco or Walmart, but not Walmart because they stuff die real quick. But a flower shop, and get her a couple roses. I guarantee you, like, I promise you, like, this is free game here, fella. I'm trying to tell you, like,
And grab a pink, not red. Grab pink.
yep, grab a pink one, because the red is like more so of a commitment. We're gonna be like, whoa, a pink one, or even a white one, or the soft pastel color ones. So it's like a pinkish orange, just like a fusion color. Those are pretty too. And take her on a date. You know what I'm saying? And take her out to lunch and present that to her. You know, it's not always about spending a lot of money if you don't want to. Again, you can just take her to happy hour at a 5-star restaurant for half the price, have her a rose or two ready right there. And also, fellas, too, if a woman will really, 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 really fall if you open her door, open her car door, and pull the seat out before she sits down at the table. And I'll digress. Go ahead, fellas.
I'm gonna let Dub jump in. I think he has something to say. Go ahead, Dub.
Uh, so I have a multifaceted question right here, and if you don't feel comfortable answering this, cool. Could I ask your relational status and your age, if possible, Key? And if
Yeah.
not, understand it.
Oh no, it's okay. I'm 34 and I'm single.
Okay. So I think what you just described, right? That's perfect case scenario. I understand it. Hell, I golf a lot anyway, so I understand what you're saying. This is the thing, though. The first thing I'm looking for, right? Of course, beauty. We gonna go off the physical from the beginning. Both sexes are. That's the first thing. But the second thing is, on that date, I'm looking to get to know you. How do I know I want to invest anything into you, right? And I don't know who you are. And so I say that because if you say something like, okay, yeah, take it to the country. I'm a member at a country club, and if I know the people who play there, we play together, shit. So I can't just bring anybody there and then be like, oh no, she just was nah, that ain't why. These are people well, so far I ain't got a job yet, but I'm working on one. But anyway, these are people that you talk to on a regular basis, so you don't want to just do nothing like that in the early stages when you don't really know an individual. The second thing is because I don't
I
know
say
you.
one thing, Dub. You
Hold
know,
on.
I'm just gonna say one thing with that right there. You know, when you go to the country club, you can just introduce a friend, family. You know, a friend. You know.
I understand it. I understand it. When I'm talking to the once again though, I'm taking you to a place that I'm. It's the same thing. I go to you go to a bar for so long, people know you there. You know what I'm saying? I can't just bring. I don't like that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I have relationships, and I'm looking for something that's more than. And so you want to be cautious about who you bring around. I almost look at it. I ain't gonna say I look at those situations nearly the way I look at my son, but I want to bring your. He ain't gonna meet nobody until I feel like that's somebody I could possibly want to marry. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure, and I ain't saying that for those spaces. I'm just saying there's a level of understanding and knowing that. All right, I'm gonna bring this, and this in here, and I don't know. It's just a level of understanding there. The other thing is once again, it goes into getting to know a person. Upper said it earlier. That first date really is to get to know you, and then if I like what I see from that off that first date, then we can build and we can do a lot of different things. It's just hell. A lot of times I don't like what I see off the first date. If that makes sense, that maybe that's just me, but I mean, I'll digress there.
Okay, so Upper, do you mind?
Go forward.
Okay. So, all right. So the thing is, and what I'm hearing, so if you lead, so automatically, if you, okay, tell me something, Doug. How do I want to answer this? What's
Ask it straight up. Ask it straight up.
what's the first question that you ask a woman when you're on a date?
The first question.
Yes, like what are some matter of fact, give me like some typical questions that you ask a woman when you're on a date with her.
Typical question. I mean, just trying to get to know a person. Where you from? What do you do? Um, where you went to school. Just trying to get to know where an individual is from. It's not necessarily about real quick. It's not necessarily about the questions. I look for how she speaks, the answers, the tone of it, but it'll be very borderline or not borderline, but surface level questions at first. If I enjoy the way you answer them, if you conversate or if you're good with conversation, then we'll go deeper into the questions. If you're not, then we gonna see where the conversation goes.
Okay, so the reason why I asked that because automatically I could pick up you study a person very very well, and sometimes you study it to a fault. You study a person to a fault to where anything can kind of throw you off. I'm not saying that this is how you are. I'm just saying this is what I'm picking up off of. You got to understand when a woman is in your presence. Now, not all women, but some, most, right? And you're a successful man, so I know you're not picking up no tie ties and lay lays. You feel me? I know you're not picking up any of those type of women, but so you're picking up women with some substance, basically. And when you're so these women are going to have conversation, but our main focus, our primary goal is to woo you. See, I think that men have to realize that a woman, when we're with a man that we know is about something um and they have it going on, we're just as nervous and we're just as we don't know what to say. We want to make sure that we say the right things. And so while you're studying us, we're studying ourselves. But at the same time, we're also in the game to woo. You know what I'm saying? We're also in the game to make you smile and you know what I'm saying, and flirt and do all of that. So while you're saying so maybe your approach
But
is
I'm for that too, though. That's what I'm there for too.
no, but it sounds like you're doing it to a fault to where it's like, okay, nah,
I'm
this
doing
ain't gonna work out.
It
And
sounds
then again,
like it's like
uh-huh.
putting on, like, I hate to say it. It sounds like you put them on trial and everything. Like, it sounds like you got a checklist and you marking it off. Like me, when I go on, the first thing I ask women is, "What's your ambitions in life? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Like, what type of plans and goals do you have on your life?" First, I want to see where a woman's headed before I see where she's been. You feel what I'm saying? Because if she's not in the right place, I really don't care where she's been yet. And after I get that, then I ask about what she do in her spare time and all stuff like that. But on the first date, a person really ain't gonna open up too much. It takes about a date or two, before a woman really gets comfortable enough to really divulge a lot of them informations. But see, the first date should be fun. It should be an icebreaker. It should be like a breath of fresh air, getting to know somebody, getting comfortable in another person's presence. So when y'all do get together again, it won't be as awkward, and y'all can invest more and let loose more. You know what I'm
I,
saying?
I think I think that's hinging upon the setting.
Okay, welcome Rome the Plug. This is Rome the Plug, people. He hopped up here for the first time. Go
Hey,
ahead.
Yo,
Rome,
peace,
how are
peace, peace,
you?
peace, family. How y'all doing, man?
Shout out to you, my brother.
Duh, man, we gonna go back live, bro, man. I'll be checking for the show, man. Like we miss you out here, bro.
I've been working, bro. I've been working, and I have to travel for work now, so it ain't been.
Ah,
But I love going live. You know what it is, but nah, it's all to the good. I'm gonna get it back started soon. I hope.
nah, I got you. I understand, bro. I understand, man. But yeah, I think it's hinging upon the setting. You know what I mean? Like I've I've had first dates that what I mean. It was like a club setting. You know what I mean? Like we went somewhere where it was a lot of other people involved, and we danced and we drank, and what I mean. And a lot of information got exchanged. You know what I mean? It may just depend on where you at. You know what I mean? For as far as someone's level of comfort.
I agree with that, and it's interesting that you say that. One of the things, and how you just brought it up, you said we danced, we drank, we exchanged a lot of information with each other, getting to know one another, right?
Right.
The thing is I always think so. First off, like he was saying, there are different settings for dates. If you have one in the middle of the day, lunchtime, it ain't gonna be the same one that you have at 10:30 at the club. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be
Something.
for dates.
Right.
Dates at night. It puts like an undue stress on a person, because if you date that night, right, it's a possibility that one or maybe both is trying to make it to the crib at the end of that night. You feel what I'm saying? Like at day at night, it actually pushes that. But a date during the daytime, right? It's like not that many expectations. And me, I'm gonna tell you, I've been considered an upper echelon man, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you my experiences. When I meet a woman, before the contacts even exchanged, I've done already talked to her. I look in the eyes, I talk, I see what type of person she is. I get her information, and I set up a date previous. I mean, I set up a date and be like, look, well, I don't even set up a date. I tell her, look, I'm gonna hit you up, and when I hit you up, we're gonna talk, and when I decide to hit her up, we talk. I ask her what's good, what you doing. I mean, I ask, you want to go out, you know. We go out. I pick a decent spot. I don't go too extravagant, but I don't go too fugal either. I go to a place that I like to go to get my eat on. You feel what I'm saying? Like I go to a place where I'm comfortable for. I'm not thinking about what she wants. I'm thinking about what I like and what I like to go to. First off, they also love when you take charge and you know what you want. You feel what I'm saying? You got to realize as a man, as an upper echelon man, you are leading the ship. You are leading the boat. You got to take control, take charge. That's for one. So then you go to your place that you like to go to. Like he said, if you want to be a gentleman, like most women like that, open the car door, open the door. Like my grandma, God rest her soul, before she died, she raised me. But she would never touch the door. I would always run, make sure she opened the door, because my grandma came from that time when men respected and courted women. You feel what I'm saying? Like a lot of women feel like they the prize, but actually, you as a man is the prize. But with you being the prize, that don't mean that you have to treat a woman like she's nothing, because there is no great strong man without a great woman behind him. Because no matter what, push come to shove, friends can say this and that, but if you got a good woman, she's gonna be with you. Like if you get locked up, your friends they gonna forget all about you. A couple of them may holler and call, but your woman, a good woman, will be there and she'll stick there. That's your best friend once you get to that level. But You got to get to that level. But when you take on a nice little date, a woman already knows what's about to go down before y'all even go through all this stuff right here.
Facts.
If you've already got that connection with her before she even go out to the date, she already know before the date start if she's about to give it to you or not. Like some men have that, and some women already know what type of man that they into. And I'm gonna tell you like this: you can feel the arousal, you can feel the tension, you can feel the wanting that she has in you when you go out. But a lot of times men mess it up. They say the wrong thing, they do too much talking, they talk themselves out of what they can get. Because women, they want to be chose. They want to be loved. They want what they want. But sometimes men miss the key points and they miss the triggers. I'm gonna tell you like this as a man. And I know both of y'all understand this, Rome and Doug, but being perceptive and observant, you can know everything you need to know about a woman by paying attention. Without even helping it, her body will give you the clues. Her eyes and her hands, she will give you the clues on what type of woman and what she wants. And if a woman, most time women agreeing to meet you, you already 50% there. And you don't have to be flashy. You don't have to show this and that right there because then you set yourself to be a mark. You set yourself to be a job. You set yourself to be, let me get what he got right there. So, I don't show him too much money. I don't do none of that. I come up regular. I might have a nice watch on or something, but that's about it. I'm not flashy. I'm not trying to show it. I even might even be in a rental car. You don't have to give them too much because once you do that, you're setting yourself to a higher standard and you set yourself to a certain type of thing. Like when you act like you have all this money, then in her mind, okay, I need to get some of this money and I'm gonna make him spend some of this money. So you never want
Absolutely.
to, yeah. So you never want to put that out there with a woman, and you never want to go flashy and big and go all extravagant on the first date, because once you do that, you done set the tone for your whole relationship. Now, if you did that on the first date, she's gonna expect that each and every date, and she's gonna expect more and more, and that's how you get ungrateful women. But a woman might say this is what she want, but what you give her is what she gets. Like a man can't do nothing, a woman won't let him, and a woman won't can't do that, the man won't let him. Like you ain't gotta let this woman play you. And look, a lot of times a woman will sit there and test your boundaries. She will see what she can get away with to see if you're gonna stand on what you say. And if you do, you're gonna gain that much more respect for her. That's gonna turn her on even more when you tell her no than if you came in and do something that you're not going to do when you go get your morals and principles. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's been, and I'm not bragging or nothing, but 9 times out of 10, when I take a woman out on that first date, I already know where it's going after that. And she know where it's going after that. And we okay with that because we're grown. And a
That's
lot of times,
facts.
yeah, like I don't never have to do 2 or 3 dates. Only person I did that with is my wife. But my wife, she was a
Upper,
different breed. She was a different breed. She was special.
upper, real quick. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
How long you been married?
What year is this? Me and my wife has been together since over 15 years.
How
That's
many?
beautiful.
Over 15.
So I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this now, and I agree. That's a beautiful thing. Hey, shout out to you.
I think we've been together over 15. I think we've been married by 3 or 4, 5, something like that. I gotta check.
Still, you done been committed. You done been committed for the last 12 years.
I mean, we have some difficulties, and I'm gonna be honest.
We ain't gotta go too deep into. I don't want to go too deep into it now.
Yeah,
I don't want no real nothing. That's between y'all. That ain't. You know what I'm saying?
like I
That
said, I used to be a Ray Ray Pookie until she showed me who she really was, and she claimed her love and everything. She got me straight. Now I'm straightforward and committed. That's my woman now. I mean, like my wife has, God bless her. She's done been through the ups and downs. She done
no, no,
been
no,
through
no.
everything.
Let me. The reason I asked the question. The reason I asked the question because no, I'm not asking, and I don't want you to disclose any personal information about you and her, well, regardless. So the
Yeah,
reason I'm asking the question is because I'm just looking to see when the last time you truly dated.
I mean, last time I truly dated, honestly, it's been a little minute. It's been a little minute,
And I think
but
that nature has changed. That,
just
that's
because
my
I
thing
haven't
because
dated,
go
listen,
ahead.
bro. Just because I ain't dated, ain't
Don't
mean that that don't mean that I haven't, see if I still got it. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I understand.
yeah, I don't cheat on
Bro,
my woman like that. But as a man, sometimes you want to see if you still got it. See if you
you,
still got the riz and see that. It don't go nowhere or nothing like that. But if you choose, it would be. And then like me, I have a lot that be trying to hit me up, and they see me and try to I have to let them know, like, nah, I'm committed right now. Oh wow, you committed? Like that's you? Yes, that's me. Like yes, I've done been through a lot of women. And I'm being honest, I've been through a hell of a lot. I've probably been through more women than 3 or 4 niggas go through in their lifetime. I'm just letting you know. Like
yo,
I went,
talk that up. I like where you going, bro. I like
yeah,
that.
like women didn't tell me no. The most I ever got was not right now. Or I'm busy right now. I used to have women, bro. I'm just honest. Women would get in the argument with their men. Ed McQueen, salute, K. Let me reach him up. Women will argue with their men and kick them out the house just so they can have a reason to come out with me, bro. And like, I'm not bragging about it, but that's the way it was with me, bro. Like,
But
women
I
would risk it all. Listen, bro, women would risk it all just to chill with me for a little while, bro. That's just the way it was.
no, no, I'm not disagreeing with that. What I'm
No,
saying,
I'm not saying you disagreeing with it, bro. But this is what I'm telling you. Even though I'm married, women still try to break their neck to still do that. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm telling you how it still is. Like, bro, once the
It
lion is
enhances it.
the king of the jungle, bro, he's always gonna be the king of the jungle. And with you being married, it makes your dominance even much more because now women want what your wife has. A lot of
Facts.
times women want to be they wonder how your wife was able to settle you and they want what your wife has. Like I have women that's trying to take my wife's spot when I would not let them because my wife earned her spot from the blood, sweat, and tears and the kids. Like, no. But women are there to try to do it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it real. We had an incident a few years ago. I got another son, right? Outside my marriage. I had a woman drug me, dog. Like a woman that was supposed to be my friend, my homegirl. She acted like let me just keep it real, she acted like, she liked it women. You feel what I'm saying? And she had like she was my homegirl and everything. She used to hustle. I used to we used to chill and everything, me and her cousin and stuff. But look, Shorty put Molly and everything, drug my drink, and ended up doing some things to me that I wasn't really aware of what happened. Next, she pops up pregnant. You feel what I'm saying? Like woman put something in my drink, she took advantage of me. And like it's a hard move for me and my wife. We know what happened, but I got a kid by her now. Like I can't stand the woman because I feel like she violated and she took something that wasn't freely given. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way it was with me. Like you had women trying to drug me to get me in the bedroom, bro. Like that's what type of dude I am. Like it's crazy because they try to befriend me and they do that. But that's what I'm saying. Like I may not be dating now, but my presence and my aura commands a certain type of respect, and it creates a certain type of euphoria in a woman's mind and mindset. And that's why I'm trying to, and that's why I made this page because men, you all could be that way. It's just a certain type of way, and that's what everybody that follows me, I'm gonna have everybody just like that. Where you have women wanting you, where you don't have to put it out there, bro. Like I can give y'all the game. That's what I'm here for. That's what because I'm married. I have my child and everything. And I just don't want all this free game to go to waste. When I have my brothers out here. You feel me? And Keith here. She making sure she put her game out here. I got my brothers out here, and I want y'all to succeed. Because I'm tired of seeing my brothers fail and being used and being Marks and being Johns and being Sips and being that man
Facts.
right there that take the woman out. You spend all this daggone money on her. You buy her this, that, and that. You drop her off at the house, and she calling a guy like me to come do what it do. You done fed her and took her out, and you done got her wasted, and now it's time for me to give her what she need. I was that guy,
Right.
and I'm trying to teach y'all how to be that guy, not be the other guy. A lot of times you don't have to do all that. That's a bonus. Like when you that guy, a woman pays for you. A woman will spend her money on you. But I'm gonna
Oh,
let somebody
facts.
else speak right now. But I'm gonna keep it rolling with y'all, man. That's what I'm here for, bro. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
just cause I ain't
Yeah.
dated. I mean, like I say, I ain't a mathematician, but I'm a mathematician. You understand?
Yo, you sound like a Melvin there, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean,
You
I'm
sound
just
like a Melvin there, bro.
hey,
You
bro,
know
I'm
what I'm
just
saying?
here with y'all, bro. That's all I can do. I can't keep it no other way, and that's
Yeah, nah, I can dig it. I can dig it. But nah, I was picking up with Dub. What Dub was saying though, but dating nowadays is different, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I already knew what Dub was kind of going with that. Yo, it's a different breed out here now. Now you stumble across the like the solid ones or the ones that got potential, bro. But like mental health is real. You know what I'm saying? So like you really gotta vet people now. You know what I mean? Come across
I
even
see what
physically
type
in
of
that.
women out here. I see the type that's
Yeah,
out here.
it's
They young
scary.
and savage. They
It's
young
it's
and
it's
savage. They trying
scary,
to
man.
get them out of you. But guess what?
It's
You know, wild dogs are young, savage, and scary, right? But look, I'm gonna let you finish your thing right there, bro. Then I'm gonna talk after that. My
I
bad.
got you. Yeah, so like no, so like make a long story short, like I've been married, I'm divorced, I've been married, you know what I mean? Like I did it all. I was the I I was a friendly neighborhood side nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a career side nigga for a long time, bro. You know what I mean? And then I got married. And then like I had so I kind of I've been through all different phases, you know what I mean? So like and from being married to jumping out to being the world of dating again, bro, it's different. It's different because the mentality of I ain't gonna say majority, but a lot of women, the thinking of a lot of women today is that of what's some shit you see on TV. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of I ain't gonna say all delusion, but it's delusion based. So like some of these things that they're wanting, it's never gonna be obtained. You know what I mean? It's not even reality. So it's kind of hard. Like some of those expectations you ain't never gonna get that. You know what I mean? Just for what the society we in, like the world we in. So it's like yo, in my opinion, like I want to get married again, right? But I've already accepted the fact that I may not find exactly what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? I
Hey,
may
hey,
not find that.
real quick, I just want to say so. Same situation with me. Like, been married, divorced, single dad now. If the opportunity presents itself, definitely want to get married again. But I look at reality and I'll be like, bro, I might just be happier and may not. I may not find what I'm looking for, so I might
Right.
end up by my damn self and just doing what I do. Not saying, I mean, it is what it is. So, hey, I got to make the best decision for myself. And the thing is the current dating culture isn't something that I'm, to be quite honest, very comfortable in.
And it's funny because women say there's no good men out there, but I see two good men on the stage right here. And women think men is only after one thing. I see two men right there that's ready to settle down and have a household and a household and a family. And see, a lot of times women ain't gonna try to holler at you till they get older. But I'm gonna let y'all hear from a good black woman herself. Key, go ahead. I'm gonna let you jump in.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
okay. So there was a few points that were made, and I respect everybody's point of views tonight. This is definitely a good build. The first thing that I wanted to point out was when you guys were discussing, I think it was Dub that was discussing not going out on a full date and knowing what type of atmosphere or environment that you guys want to go to and everything else. I think we're missing the fact that everything starts is based off of conversation, or AKA communication. And so when you have that phone conversation, here's free game. The thing that you want to know about a woman is, what are some of the things? This might sound like a cliche question, but what are some of the things that you like to do? What are some things that you like to eat? Go out to eat, and let her lead with whatever, however many, restaurants or things she likes to do. Because all women, when you ask that question, what are some things you like to do? The majority of us, 99.9% of us are going to say food. We're going to have some type of food listed in that. And that's your segue to ask, what kind of restaurants and or what's your favorite. Don't say favorite type of food. Just say, what are some places that you like to eat at. And when you lead with that and she gives you a list, because we all have a list, you can pick out those three things and then pick out those things, limit it down to 1 to 3 things, because I always say give a list of 1 to 3, because number one, you don't know if your schedules um, coincide with one another.
Align.
Okay. And then number two, um, you might be allergic to seafood, or you might not like that restaurant because, as we all, Roof, as you said upper earlier, Roof Christie's is not good. Even out here where I live, I always thought that place was overrated. But you go for the ambiance, you pay for the name. And so you take that, you narrow it down to a couple of places or one spot, and then and then when you ask her out, after you done searched the place and looked at the menu, and if it's something that you can afford, or a place that you don't feel as though is not bring, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not wasting your time or blowing it all. Then, you know what I'm saying? That's the one that you offer. So that's free game right there. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you can't lose at this. It's a chess match. So, it's quote unquote. You can't lose the game if you have the rules already. If you already, you know what I'm saying? If you already know the game. So that's one thing, okay? Secondly, as far as, being the side dude, and then, marrying and everything else, again, you can't, and I'm not saying that that's what you're doing, Rome. I'm not saying that this is what you're doing, but this is to fellas, because it's a lot of guys out there that are playing this role, and females that are playing side chicks and side dudes. And I always say this. Number one, if you were in a committed relationship, would you want that to happen to you? Everybody I know would say no. You know what I'm saying? So I don't delve in those games. But number two, if you are setting yourself up to be that side dude, whether it's, after she didn't got what she wanted and then you get what she needed, whatever the case may be, in our eyes, you are still going to be looked at as just that person. That's it. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, I'm not saying this is always the case, because of course you might have it to where the woman does fall in love with the side dude, or the man falls in love with the side chick. Of
Can I
course.
say one thing, Key?
Okay.
One thing. First off, as a man or a woman, have more respect for yourself. Never be a side person. Like, I'd never be a person's side chick or a side dude or none of that right there. Like, you may have somebody else, but you don't have claim over me as well. Like, if I used to see you, I used to see you, but I'm not gonna be no side dude while you have a relationship with somebody else. Like, when I call you, it's if I'm never gonna be nobody's second choice. Like, as a man, you have to have the dignity to never be somebody's second choice. Now, if you got a man and everything, that's different. But if I call you, that's what it is. But I'm not gonna be no side dude, because if you put yourself in a situation to be a side anything, then you just depreciated your value and showed that you're willing to go along with anything. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Key.
Right. And I get it though, because the mindset is no strings attached, right? The mindset is come and go as I please. The mindset is no emotional, and this is the most important one, no emotional involvement. So I get it. I'm not knocking anyone for doing that, but at the same time, men have to realize is that how you come into this thing is how you're going to go out. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to come in as something serious, then you don't have to go out. But if that's how you're playing games, then that's how the relationship is going to be based off of. It's pretty much like that's the rule. You know what I'm saying? That's like a rule of nature.
Yeah, no,
But
no, no, my
mhm.
bad. No, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, and then Another thing that I want to get into the comment that was made about not having to do all of that. You know, you don't have to spend, you don't have to do X, Y, and Z and everything else. Now, the first date, when you go all out, will a woman expect you to go all out or and do that, you know, time and time again? Not necessarily. The object of the game is not even a game, but when it comes to relationships, at least in my eyes, is your first impression. You know what I'm saying? Your first impression sets the table, sets the tone for everything moving forward. So I'll give you an example. One of my dates, one of my worst dates I've ever been on in my life, occurred when I was 26 years old. And we went to the pool hall. I'm a huge pool player, love playing pool. And so that was my choice to do that. You know, he asked me and I said, let's go to the pool hall. And it's connected to a bowling alley. So as I'm setting up the the racks and everything, and he leaves, walks out, telling me he'll be right back. I'm like, okay, maybe he's going to get food, whatever the case may be. I don't know. I'm just focused on, you feel me, looking at my shots, looking at my angle, making sure the pool table is level. Like I'm like very type A when it comes to pool. So I noticed that he was gone for a few moments, and I'm like, man, where is this dude at? So I'm looking around, and after about 10 minutes, he comes back. I kid y'all not. I asked him, I said, yo, where did you just go? And he said, I had to go and serve real quick. And I'm looking at him. I didn't even know he did that. He didn't even come dressed like that. You see what I'm saying? But because he set that tone and did that, the most ghettoest thing in my eyes on the date, it was done right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh nah, I can't even, no. I'm not even gonna mess up.
Hold on. So you saying he worked at the place that y'all was at? Is that what you saying?
No, he did something illegal.
He's a drug dealer, bro.
Yes, he was a drug dealer. He was a drug. This occurred when I was about 25, 20.
Work.
Swear to God. I swear, man, God could
He
strike me
went to go
down.
serve a plate, bro.
Yes,
That's what
I
he
got
said.
it. I got it. I was hoping.
yes. Like I was like, whoa, okay. So that set the tone right there. So I already knew what I was getting myself involved in. My point is that
How did,
when you go on a date, when you go on dates like that, please, and I recommend y'all don't do that. Don't do that.
did you stay? Did you continue to go out with him?
Not hecky no. It was
We
done.
really salute King. Peace, blessings, and welcome.
No, it was done. I left. That was it. I don't listen. I am the queen of walkouts. The queen. I don't deal with certain things. No. So when it is so basically my point is you have to set your tone. You have to set your tone on and make it a memorable occasion. So it might not be the rental cars and a dozen roses and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying, but it can be just you making her feel good and
Hey,
taking
King.
her to a
Can I
place.
ask a question?
Hold on for a second.
Yeah.
Look, King, I had the rental car so she didn't see my real car. You feel
No,
me?
I get that. I was
I
just
didn't
using
want her
it
to
as an
be. I didn't
example.
want her to be going off my real car. So I got something light, a little rental car that way. That was nondescript. That's what I was doing.
Oh no, I get it. I get it. But it's all about too, but you got to put your best foot forward. But again, it starts off with communication. I mean, we're all grown enough to know that after a few conversations, that's all it takes to pretty much get to know a person and know if that person, if you're willing to waste time with them. What were you gonna say, Dub?
Man, I was gonna ask you a question. I forgot the damn question, man. I forgot the question. That,
Okay. But I mean, and then not to mention again, as you guys are saying, that you guys are looking at it as a monetary value with these dates and going out with women. You guys got to realize too now that the majority of the times when we get asked out on dates, we're going to the store, we're buying the outfits, we're buying shoes, we're getting our hair done, we're getting our nails done. And then not to mention the most priceless thing, one of the most priceless thing in this world is time itself. So as you feel as though you're wasting time on a bad date, we're wasting our time as well. You know what
Time
I'm
is one
saying?
thing. Time is one
Uh-huh.
thing you can't get back. You
Hey,
can't
hey,
get
Can't
time
get
back.
that back.
do you is the fire alarm going? I'm not the fire alarm. The what you call it in the back?
No, that's not me.
Who got the fire man? Yeah, who got the respect? I said respectfully, but who got
Rome.
the
I think that's Rome.
Is it
from
me?
need the damn battery, man? They changed the battery.
Oh man, hold on.
Might
I got my headphones. I couldn't hear. My bad.
might be hearing my machine beeping though.
I can't. Anyway, that's a pet
I
peeve.
said you
I
might be hearing my
apologize.
machine beep as well though. You feel me?
Hey, my apology. That's a pet peeve of mine. Uh, go ahead, go ahead. I don't want to change the conversation.
No, but that's what you guys got to realize too. So we're wasting, y'all thinking that it's a bad day. We're wasting our time. And then not to mention, see, women after the date, when it's a quote unquote bad date, or we feel as though it didn't go well, or you guys weren't interested, we also have the feeling of we do a lot of self-reflecting afterwards, and it replays in our mind what we could have done differently and da da da, and we can be very hard on ourselves. So just don't think that it's just
No,
you all
so
that
so
are going
let
through the
me ask a question.
yes.
So me personally, right? I'd say I'm a country guy. I'm from the country. I embrace it. I enjoy it. I love it. I'm a simple person. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, like you were just saying, we going to get this and this and this. That's not what I want. That's not what I'm looking for. And when it happens, I understand you want to pretty yourself. I understand that. When I meet a person, man, I want to meet you, and I think this is where my disconnect kind of comes. Man, I want to see you for you. The less makeup, the better. Put some lip gloss on, and come on, look, put some jeans on, a shirt, and let's go talk and get to know each other. I want it to be simple. I'm not looking for this elaborateness that I think a lot of people focus on today. And so a lot of times when I get that, then I have questions because I'm like, okay, I done seen people put makeup on, and respectfully, if you the right individual, you know how to put makeup on, that could change your whole appearance. So
You know how you be nervous and stuff on a date. You know you try to get your fresh line up, your fresh
I'm
shape.
gonna come with a decent haircut. I'm gonna come with one. I,
Okay, but you know a woman, you know, like I said, it's first impressions. You know, a woman want to put her best self forward, and a lot of times women are more comfortable when they get to put their makeup on. But see, a lot of times they don't realize that we like the natural thing, but in their mind, they're self conscious as well, and you got to realize it takes a woman has to know and trust you before you know she can let her guard down like that. So,
if you not looking how you truly look, is let your guard down, then I kind of have a problem with that. If you
it's
comfortable
look,
in
bro.
your own skin, respectfully, I say it respectfully, but that's like me saying, all right, instead of me just going to get a lineup, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get the paste on hair, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get the paste on. That ain't me.
Okay, and you know what Keith said earlier in the conversation. It's like you're too critical. You're too critical on a female. That's and she said that. It's like you too critical. Like you trying to make them be the way you want them to be. You got to realize that they're own creatures, and this is what a woman's comfortable with. Then this is what she's gonna do.
I don't want to be how I want them to be. I just want them to be themselves.
if
I
she's
just
not
want them to be
comfortable, bro,
them.
hold on. If she's not comfortable like that, she's gonna come where she feels comfortable at. And if she's not comfortable, you can't blame her. She's trying to get to know you, bro. Like, I mean, that's the way it is. If she had makeup on when you first met her, she had makeup on when you first met her. So if she wants to get her makeup, nails, and hair done right, then that's what she's gonna do. You didn't meet her without if you didn't meet her without makeup, you can't expect her to come without makeup the next time. You know what I'm saying? Like when you first meet somebody, first appearance, you set the standards, you set the boundary. You know, a lot of times a woman really won't. I mean, a lot of women aren't really as naturally gorgeous as a lot of women are, and they do put makeup on, but a lot of times they don't need it, but they don't know that. But a woman is not going to let her guard down and let herself open unless she trusts you, unless she's comfortable around you. Then it's okay. Like the same way you try to figure her out, she's trying to figure you out and see what type of man you is, because a lot of men are visual. Like, well, men, we are all visual. We are visual creatures, and a lot of women are self conscious, and that's the way it is. And a woman feel like she got to put her best foot forward. Like, just like you try to catch somebody, she's trying to catch you as well. And a lot of times, like that's the way it is. Like, unless you take
Upper,
her,
let me ask you a question. Upper, let me ask you a question. I understand what you're saying, but this is the question right here. If this is the individual that I'm looking to spend the rest of my life with,
she
right?
don't know that yet, though, right?
Say it again.
And does she know that yet?
Regardless, if we're on the same time,
Regardless, bro.
if
Regardless.
we on the same time, why wouldn't you be presenting your natural self?
Does she know that you ready to spend the rest of your life with her? How long have y'all been out? How many days?
That's what it comes down to with wearing makeup. This is crazy.
It's kind of like having sex on the first date, bro. It all comes into that. Like it's just like a person having sex on the first date. Sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. It depends on your swag. It depends on your demeanor.
Okay.
Now, like I said, a lot of women wear makeup, especially it's because of society. Society
Yo,
feels
I
this
can
way.
tell you, I can tell you a true story, yo. Like my ex-wife was a makeup artist, and like it didn't bother me at first when we got married, right? But even like during the duration of our marriage, like I kind of like I like the natural thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was kind of like a non-negotiable for her. So, like over time, I became unattracted to her. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't into the weave, I wasn't into the makeup, the heavy makeup, and all that. Because you can make your face into somebody else if you know how to do makeup properly. You know what I mean? If certain makeup techniques, you can make someone else look like somebody else. You know what I mean? So like, I'm a fan of natural beauty. So like, I feel you when you say that, Dub. But like, at the same time too, I've learned to appreciate a balance of it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I look for women who don't need it, but probably wear it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
okay. So, and I thank you for that. Y'all are absolutely right because I've seen some man, makeup does work wonders. It does. But one thing that I do want to point out to everybody here and listening and on the replay, from I'm a counselor, right, by trade. And so we are taught, and I think this was posed by Freud, but don't mark me on that. But when we first meet everybody, we are meeting the representative, aka the persona.
You talking about Sigmund Freud?
Yes.
Amazing. Go ahead.
Uh-huh. So we are when we first meet someone, we are meeting their representative. So the whole notion that I want to see them in their natural beauty, I want to see them this, I want to see them that. At the end of the day, you don't truly know a person until you are about. A person can't hide who they are, their patterns, their repetition, their vices. It's hard for them to hide it after 21 days. Remember, have you guys ever heard that thing where if you do something for 21 days, it become a part of your life?
It's a habit.
It's a habit, exactly. So after 21 days, you know what I'm saying? It really, you truly get to know that person. This is why I get why people have so much slack for Steve Harvey, but a lot of the stuff that man says is very true. Because at the end of the day, when you first meet someone, you're meeting their representative, you're meeting this persona of them. After 21 days, you kind of get to know who that person is. You truly get to see who that person is. That's why they say after 90, a man will truly know if they want to marry you or not. Really, between 3 months to 6 months, and not say anything over 6 months, you might need to slow it down because it, as Aunt McQueen said in the chat, we overcomplicate things. That is 100% true. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much that way. And I also want to add in, As far as the natural beauty versus makeup and everything else. See, I'm a woman that's attracted to men, so I can't say, you know what I'm saying, what you guys are attracted to, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not attracted to that. But I will say this, I would rather have a guy who might not, you know what I'm saying, come dressed in Fendi and all of that stuff. It's not a flashy dude. I'd rather have somebody that shops at TJ Maxx that I know that will push me around at the mall in a wheelchair because something drastic happened to me, knock on wood, or be in a hospital while I'm in a hospital bed, than be with somebody that's flashy. And I think that that's the most important thing, because we miss out on what is important. It you know, of course, beauty is one thing. Looks, being handsome is one thing, but all that stuff fades. You know what I'm saying? And will I love you?
Absolutely.
Will I love you if you became? If no, would you love me if 10 years from now I developed a thyroid problem, which caused me to gain weight? Will I love you? Would that woman be there for you if you developed a heart defect, which causes you to have breathing problems, and I got to be up with you all night giving you breathing treatment? What woman is going to do that? It takes a very special type of woman to do that. So I mean, I get what you guys are saying about the looks and everything else, but all that stuff fades at the end of the day. Like Pastor TD Jake's wife said, for better or for worse, for rich or for poor. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff, the rest of that stuff is out the window. That's when your love, that's when the admiration, the respect is really mounted. You know what I'm saying? Is you can is really tested. But it all comes down to, at the end of the day, when you first meet somebody, you're meeting their persona, a representation. You're meeting their customer service representative.
Right.
Afterwards, after 21 days or 30 to 90 days, that's when you would truly get to know who you are dealing with.
Can I want to interject right there. And I agree with you. I agree 100% with you. Normally, if you know you're gonna, in my opinion, you know within the first 6 months if you're gonna marry a person, if you truly want to be with that person as a man. I agree with that point. What I will say though is going off of what you just said, right? This is one of the reasons I'm so tough and as Upper would say, I have a checklist that I go off of. I don't think I have a checklist, but the reason I am tough on how I vet an individual is because, like you just said, it's not about. Yeah, of course, I'm talking to you because you're gorgeous, you're beautiful. I like you. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that attracted me to you. But I agree 100%. When it's time for you to push me around, hell, I done messed around and had a heart attack or something, whatever done happen in life. God forbid. Are you gonna be there? Are you gonna? Do you have those characteristics? You know what I'm saying? And that's what goes into vetting an individual. It's funny when you said the 21-day thing. Once again, agree to 100, because in those 21 days, you're gonna know who this person is. You're gonna know what their habits are, especially if you're spending time with them on a day-to-day basis. And so, I agree with you, and I think that was a magnificent point that you brought out.
And I think too, with you and how, okay, here's another free game, fellas. If you really truly want to know if a woman will be there for you, okay? And this is like a little game that it don't have to be nothing drastic or anything crazy, or anything like that. But say y'all are deep into y'all relationship, you know, I love yous have passed and trade, you know, y'all done traded those words. Y'all talking about moving in together, talking to, really, when you start talking about the future. Hey, Rick Timms, when you really start talking about the future, right? One way that you will know if a woman is truly down for you is if she starts to incorporate and take on the habits of you. So, for example,
Takes your
so
lingo, she takes your talk and everything.
yes, everything. So,
Right.
Mhm.
like for you, Dub, right? You said that you play golf. Um, Now, hypothetically speaking, I suck at golf. Like I can't I don't know what the hell is wrong with me and golf, but me and golf don't get along. You feel me? But and I can't watch it. I think it's one of the most boring things. I don't understand why it's on TV. However, if you like it, I'm going to sit down and watch it with you. You see what I'm saying? There are certain things that you're not going to be able to veer away from because you like that person, and it's not torture for us. It's because we want to see you happy. And my grandmother always taught me a relationship works when one person loves you more than you love them. But however, she always said, but it's up to you as a woman to always make sure your man is happy. And if your happiness is at the forefront, then all that stuff that you said that you don't know if that woman will be there for, she will be there. She will correct all those wrongs. You know what I'm saying? However you're feeling. That's how you know. Because a woman, our patience can be very limited at times, and we won't want to have to deal with anything or whatever, you know what I'm saying. But I might not like your mother, but guess what, I bite my tongue because I know that that's your mother. You see what I'm saying? I might not care for your cooking. I have an uncle. He didn't like cherries, and his wife, before she became his wife, she used to have a cherry garden, and that's all she used to bring in was cherries. And she would put the bowl in front of him, and he would act like he was chewing it, but was spitting them underneath the table, and her dog was eating them. I promise y'all, her dog was eating them. But that's how much he wanted her. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how much he was into her. We're not going to put ourselves in certain situations that we don't want to be involved in, that we don't even want to have anything to do with. And that's how you know. When she starts, it's more than, oh, she's wearing my t-shirt. Oh, she's wearing my Jordan shorts or my Nike slides. It's more than that. When a woman truly wants to see you happy and make you happy, then that'll be the woman that is there for you.
And
That's
I
a
feel
fact.
that right there. And I feel that. And I'm gonna tell y'all a story about my homeboy. He was dating this bad woman. She was bad. She was considered what they call a bad B, right? And my homeboy, he had a couple businesses and everything. They had been together for like 6 months. And we told him, we was like, man, she a gold digger. He was like, man, no, she not. I love that girl. So I was like, well, let's test her. So we sat there and he acted like he lost his business, and he was telling her like, "Man, look, we gonna be." He said, "Look, man, I just lost my business. They done took my money, and see, he transferred his money from the account to another one for like the joint account went below $800, right? And so they went for like a week. They started eating frugal and stuff, right? They started eating frugal and stuff, and they wasn't going out all the time like they used to. And they did this for like a couple weeks, almost a month. He still got the bills paid, but he wasn't able to go out and buy her all types of things. And they was eating in a lot. She had to start cooking a little bit and everything. She didn't like it. Like one day, he said they was sitting in the car. She was like, "Look, this just ain't gonna work." You like, "Look, this just ain't gonna work. You're not the same." And he was like, well, "What's wrong?" He said, "I'm just out for a little while." She was like, "The guy I met was this, and you not that, and I just can't do it no more." And he was like, "Well, that's real messed up. My friends told me about this, but I still got all my money, maybe even more since I haven't been spending it lately with you. But I was just testing you out because he had bought her a ring and everything. He showed her the ring, a nice little 4 carat emerald cut ring. She tried to
Whoa.
change her whole demeanor and everything, but hey, she fell for the bait. She was ready to lead the man, and he kicked her to the curb. So see, sometimes before you get too deep, you might need to test to see what's going on. I'm just letting you know that happened to
And
him.
let me. I want to say this real quick. It's interesting you say that, and I was just thinking on what Key was saying. as well. You know, the thing is this.
Dub, are you there?
I thought my thing
Oh
went.
shit! Hold on. Testing one, two, three. Can y'all hear me?
You're perfect.
Yeah, we gave.
All right. I tried to put my earbuds in, and I don't know what the hell happened. But going back to what Upper just said, what Key just said, um, it's interesting because me personally, right? I think, and I think this is, hey, it is what it is. I'm a country dude. I live a simple lifestyle. I ain't no, I'm not a flashy individual. That's not what I'm looking to do. I ain't trying to set no wrong expectations as far
Hold
as
on. Animalistic. If you don't like it, you can leave, bro. Let the man talk. I mean, he got something he wants to get off his chest. If you don't like it, go.
say it again. Hello, hello, can y'all
I
hear me?
ain't talking to
No,
you,
go
Dub.
ahead. Go
He's
ahead,
talking to
Dub.
somebody in the chat.
Oh, okay, no. If I'm because I'm such a simple individual, I don't want to set the wrong expectations. Yeah, we can go out to nice restaurants, those type of thing. That's not what I'm. That shouldn't be the first thing on our agenda as we getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? The thing that, in my personal opinion, that should be on our agenda is truly getting to know each other, and you it doesn't have to be anything fancy to do that. The fancy things can come, they will come if you're the right individual, but at the same time, and I ain't just taking everybody out for dinner anymore because, oh, I ain't gonna say anymore because I ain't never just been, but I ain't just taking people out for dinner. Yeah, we if we gonna get to know each other, let's get to know each other, and then we can make arrangements accordingly. We can do nice things at the same time. I live a simple lifestyle. If you can't get down with the simple lifestyle, then we may not be compatible as we thought we were.
But the thing is, if you set that standard and you let that woman know, you know what I'm saying? Because okay, if the way you're talking, this is how I envision as a woman. Okay, when you say simple and country boy, I picture somebody in a cowboy hat with a flannel, red and white shirt, and some jeans and some cowboy boots. You know what I'm saying? And
Where
very
you from? Where you from?
I'm from Chicago.
Yeah, you from the city. Yeah, you from the city. So now I ain't cowboy country. I ain't
I
cowboy
know.
country.
See, when you leave with that, but see, when you leave with that, though, that's the
But
impression that you're giving off. But I'm saying there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But my whole thing is,
Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Look, everybody's not an upper echelon man. That's why we make this channel. Just for my guys like Dub and everything, so they can become upper echelon men. This is what we here to help y'all motivate and grow as men. So you know, it's a lot of things Dub got to get off his chest that he's done been through. Let the man talk, let him vent, let him get this stuff out so he can move forward as a man. And I'm letting you know, everybody has a chance to say what they got to say. You might not agree with his opinion, but that's his opinion. This show is about, first off, me and Key. We're upper echelon man, and we have a high value woman right there. Yes, that's what we do. But we also have the opinions of other types of men up here as well. So you just don't get the point of view from an upper echelon man. Let this man. This is a guy who goes out day to day and he lives his life, and this is what he wants. And other women might want to see this and see what type of man he is. Okay, let the man talk a bit. If you want to get up here, you can do it too, bro. Like, but look, don't disrespect Dub. That's my guy. Don't disrespect nobody here, bro. I know we just started this channel, but please just don't disrespect nobody, man. Let everybody get their talk out. Thank you. Go ahead, Key.
yes. And so when you leave with that, and you want to be simple, um, what you are what you're telling a woman is that, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, okay, Dub? What you're telling a woman is that you don't have it to provide. And so it in subconsciously it creates a like we wouldn't feel safe.
You saying I don't have what to provide? What don't I
That you
have to provide?
like you wouldn't like you can't you ain't like okay, in the words of old girl off the movie off this movie. I can't even think of the movie right now, but it'll come to me. But you know, he ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you're pretty much. And I'm not saying that that's the case. I know you're very successful, ladies. He's very successful, very successful. But when you're leading with I'm a you know, I'm saying if this is what you're telling a woman, I'm a simple man. I only do this. Like remember in the movies, the counseling temptations with Tyler Perry, and how she with her husband, he was very safe. And oh boy, the side dude, he pretty much described her bedroom life and was like, "Oh, I'm sure that y'all fluff the pillows and you know, get the lights lit and you know, the cover got to be on the bed tight and
What
stuff like that."
what movie was that? What movie?
The Temptations, the Counseling Temptations movie with the Tyler Perry film.
No, I ain't
Oh
seen it,
my God! So there was
I guarantee the simple dude was better for her than the other dude was. I guarantee it.
yes, yes, and Aunt McQueen, yes, Sprung. You're absolutely right. The movie Sprung, but
That
no, and
Sprung was
you're
my
right.
heat right there. That was
He was
Sprung was my heat.
she was a fool for leaving him, but at the same time a woman still wants to hear something with excitement. That's the reason why she dipped off with that man, is because of the lack of excitement that she got with her straight and narrow. I'm not saying you got to be out here and be thug. That's not what we're saying. But when you're leading off with, I'm a simple man, I'm a country man, I work, I do this, it's very ABCD, very lineal. You know what I'm saying? It seems as though there's not too much room for error. You see what I'm saying? And so what I'm picking up is okay,
What do you mean room for error? What does room for error
like
mean?
like
Let her finish, Dub. Let her finish
Well,
her
no,
statement.
I gotta ask so I understand what
I
she's
get it.
saying.
I know, but
Yes,
look,
I
let her
get it.
get it out. Let her get it out. Then go after she finishes, because you're gonna make her lose her train of thought, homie.
No,
My
I get
bad.
it. So like room for error such as we can't deviate from plans. Like you are a very prompt, timely person. You know what I'm saying? Like you just, you know, like you're very like a type A personality. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm not here to harp on you. But what I am saying is that a woman do like excitement. A woman do want to, you know, like, you know, man, would he want to go to this to this concert? You know what I'm saying? Would he want to go to a concert with me, to a Keith Sweat concert? Would he want to do, you know what I'm saying? Would he want to go to skiing? Do he want to do X, Y, and Z? Like something that's out of the ordinary.
I'm a snowboarder. I snowboard on a regular basis, even at 6'5". And
Okay.
so
Dub,
I'm
Dub,
just
hold on, Dub. You
I
think
got it. I got it. I'm just
Dub?
joking. I'm joking. I'm
Hold on,
joking.
hold on,
I'm
hold on,
joking.
kid. Dub, we not see my boy Dub. He used to be on the
I'm
debate
joking.
team.
I'm joking. I'm
No, no,
joking.
no,
But
no,
I
no.
know he joking, Upper. He joking.
I know. I'm letting the dude know. Like me and my guy Dub, we used to be on the debate teams. So we used to debate in this boxing stuff right here. So if y'all feel like he come off a little, that's just all. It's just he used to debating. That's my guy. He a good guy, dog. But yeah,
So
what we gonna try to do? Let the person get it out, and then you go after you build off what she say, then come back and hit her with the rebuttal so she can get everything out.
yeah, no, and it's fine with him. Like, um, I don't have a problem with that. But and I get what you're saying too, Upper. I just want, like, I just don't want the upside because you seem like a really, really good dude. And I just don't want you to just be leading with, I'm a simple guy. I'm a just, you know what I'm saying? Even though I know that that's you and I'm not telling you to change, but I'm hoping that you put some sugar and spice and everything nice in those conversations with those women. That's all I got.
Now rock out, big dub.
no, I understand it. It's just my thing is, yeah, the sugar and spice, in my opinion, comes more from personality than tangible things. If that makes sense, things that you I think that's where the sugar and spice comes in at, and Hey, I always say I talk with the best of them, but at the same time, I want you to understand. I'm not necessarily leading with it, but I do want you to understand, bro. I'm a regular dude, bro. Like I'm a simple person. You know what I'm saying? I make a decent amount of money, but it shouldn't even be about that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm looking for a true relationship. So I think that if I don't lead with that, then it's not being truthful about who I am, and it's setting up things and expectations that, hell, if you want, this is exciting for me. We got, hey, we gonna take a vacation. We going to cruises, resorts, whatever, 2 times a year. This is what's exciting to me. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go skiing. Hey, I love snowboarding. We do that every February. But I mean, I'm looking to live what I would call a simple lifestyle. The lifestyle of my grandparents, the lifestyle of my parents. They ain't even together, so they don't live that
Salute to
exact
Thomas
life.
Hill. Salute.
I'm looking to
See,
live a regular lifestyle, bro. Like I ain't trying to be. I ain't gonna say necessarily not trying to be, but the whole $1 million thing and being rich and all that, man, that ain't life is about relationships.
But see, the average woman, and salute Thomas Hill, welcome to the chat.
Shout out
Um,
to my brother Thomas, man. Shout out to my brother Rick Timms too.
the thing is, the average woman, and Rome, I want your input after I say this as well.
I
Um,
want to get after that too. I go out the wrong then.
okay. The average woman is not looking. See, don't let this stuff. Don't let what everything is going on with these outrageous standards, don't let it fool y'all. Like, the average woman is not looking for a millionaire. Now, would it be nice? Absolutely. I'm pretty sure if Oprah threw it at y'all, all of y'all would take it. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, of course that would be nice. Of course we all want the finer things in life, and whatever the case, whatever that means to you. But to be honest with you, like, when it comes down to reality and what we're living in right now, um and who we are, a person, truly a woman, really wants a man to be there for them, um physically, emotionally, mentally, sexually. That's it. And we, again, going back to that comment where the gentleman said that we overcomplicate things, we are overcomplicating things. We cannot think about, a woman is going to want me to have this, because now you're pricing out yourself. Now and then what happens is, when you have these type of thoughts running through your mind, you don't even want to talk to a woman. You are going to have these type of standards, you know what I'm saying, and questions for a woman, and before she can even, you know get to, blossom into, you know what I'm saying, who she is in front of you, you've already written her off. You see, so we have to be careful with these standards and with everything that's out there, and really realize that a woman, all it takes, physically, emotionally, mentally, sexually, and financially. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, the reason why a few of these Pookies and Ray Rays are winning, they might not be there for them financially. You feel me? But that person is there for them to talk to. You know what I'm saying? When females or co-workers or management been acting up at the job, Pookies and Ray Rays are there when, you know what I'm saying, you just want to go out to have a drink and let your hair down and have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they bring. It's not always about financially. It's just really about having that presence there and just being there for that person. So go ahead.
I totally agree with that. I don't know, like for me personally, like I never really had issues with women. Like I've always been in the business of selling myself. You know what I mean? So like the money thing or and all that, like I ain't got women when I had hella money. I ain't got women when I was hella. I've been broke before. Yeah, I ain't still got women. You know what I mean? So like I don't know. Like I think that's maybe everybody experiences is different. But honestly, it's just about knowing a balance and who you dealing with. Like a lot of women, um, even I talk about this a lot on my platform. You can't tell the grandmothers dressed like the granddaughters now. You know what I'm saying? And it's a like I'm in Baltimore, so I don't know where everybody else at, but like where I'm at is like that. You know what I mean? Like you have the older generation that's trying to live a second childhood. You know what I mean? Like they dress like them. Like you can't tell who's who anymore. So like a lot of these women do a lot of things the younger chicks are doing. So they want to go smoke hookah, you know what I mean, and the trips and like and all of that. And it's a full lifestyle for a lot of them. You know what I mean? It looked good. You take some pictures, you can throw it up on the gram, and that's kind of it. So when they come along and meet certain dudes, there's only certain people that's living a certain lifestyle that can even really, you know what I mean, put that type of money up and even afford that for you. So I don't know, man. Like I like for me personally, like the money thing is one thing. That ain't an issue. Um, going back to what you said, Key, like, oh, you gonna push me around in this wheelchair, you know what I mean, if my health fails. Or you know what I mean, like the stuff that the long lasting stuff that builds solid builds a solid foundation. You know what I mean? Is that's real hard to come by, man. Because like I just think that like everybody's damaged, everybody's got a shield up, and you know what I mean. A lot of people don't like to deal with their trauma, so and they just keep perpetuating the same bad behaviors to the next situation. So like I've come across that. I've been one of those people that did it myself. You know what I mean for a while, and yeah, I the dating pool got pee in it, man. Like whatever you want to call it, like yo, it's crazy nowadays.
Hey,
So
hey,
like,
hey, Thomas, can I
Dub,
ask you a
hold
quick?
up, Dub. Hold up, bro. We got it going around, bro. Hold on. Go ahead, because I was next, bro. We're gonna keep it like that, bro. Go ahead. Did you finish wrong?
yeah, nah, go ahead, bro.
All right, let me get this out first, Dub. Then you can go ahead and cut in because I've been trying to hold this back. I waited after all y'all. I'm gonna get mine in, then you can rebut whatever's going on, bro. Because I don't want to forget what I got to say. And if you cut in, I'm gonna forget. All right, I'm gonna tell you like this. I heard what Dub said. I heard what Keith said. I heard what Rome said. All right. What we gotta realize is women also are looking for a leader, but they don't need a daddy. They don't need you telling them what they can and can't do and what you setting your guidelines and your boundaries down for them. Like, look, it's okay to let somebody know what you like and what you would prefer, but women are also their own people too. They have to do their own things as well. And sometimes, it's good to set boundaries in the lead, but a lot of times, a lot of people cut women off before they get a chance to know them, and a lot of women cut men off before they get a chance to know them. Sometimes you got to take an accountability. A person might be nervous when you first meet them, so they scared to let themselves go. But what another person finds is good and fun and likes to have thing about may not be what another person does. Like, like some people like skydiving, others may not. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you got to realize, like, everybody is their own person, and we got to respect everybody's boundaries, and we also have to see what the next person likes. If we do that, then we can come together better, and another person can sit there and how can I say it? Y'all can find something that y'all both like to make it better for each of y'all. You feel what I'm saying? And like a woman loves a leader, but she doesn't want a person that consider her dad. Because then you try to act like her dad, she's gonna try to rebel. She's gonna try to
Yeah,
go against it because she feel like you're trying to control her. It's a difference between trying to lead and trying to control. And as a man, you hate when somebody's trying to control you. But if a person leading you right, then that's a lot different. You can follow a leader, but you don't want a totalitarian or a dictator control you. Because if that happens right there, you know, it causes you to want to buck back. And sometimes a woman might be not interested in something and you can ease them into it, show them. Because a lot of times people are not used, like some people ain't used to certain things. Some people never been out their own city. Some people don't know how big the world is. You know what I'm saying? Like, take your time out to introduce people to stuff, indoctrinate them a little bit. You can't put a rush on it. You can't rush and expect somebody to be on your page right then and there. You gotta give them time to adjust. It's an adjustment period. And as long as you stand true, you keep your boundaries set, and don't be so hard on them at first, and give them a chance to do something they like as well as what you like. What you like, they may not like, but if they go along with it, then if they suggest something that they like, you should also compromise and do what they like as well. It's about compromise at first. All right, go ahead, Dub. I'm done.
I think this is the problem with me and what you just said. So the way I look at things is that I I would always say I think I know what I have to offer, and so I think I know what I bring, and so at the end of the day, I'm not necessarily looking for you to bring anything. I'm looking for you to make sure. And it was funny. I think Upper, you said it earlier, but I'm looking for somebody to be on my team. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for you to provide anything. I'm looking for you to support what I'm doing because I want to be the provider for everything, if that makes sense. And so if you can't support what I'm doing, if you want to, and I do understand an individual saying that they have these goals, these type of things. I understand that. The thing is, when it comes to marriage, when it comes to really settling down, I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking for somebody to be on my team. I ain't looking to be on somebody's team. I'm looking for individual to be on my team.
So you
And
looking
if
for
you
somebody
on
to
my
just
team, hold on. Let me just finish this. If you on my team, then you going in the same direction that I'm going in, and I trust that you believe that the direction that I'm taking us in is going to lead to better situations. But at the same time, truly, education, all fantastic. All that's fantastic. I need somebody at home taking care. I ain't gonna just say be a housewife. I ain't saying that. I don't need just a housewife. If that's what you want to do, then I want to be able to provide that for you. If you want to go out and have your career, I understand that. My thing is that at the same time, I done been there to some degree, and one of the reasons me and my dude so close now, me and my son, is because although I was continuing to progress my career, I was like, shit, that's the most important thing in the world. Damn, where I work at, damn AT&T. Um, my son, he got this and going on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for somebody to be on a team, and I think that mindset, me saying that, I think that kind of puts me in a different category because a lot of people they not trying or they not willing to just say, okay, I'm willing to follow your lead, although they are going to tell you they want individuals to lead. So for me to lead, you got to be on the team. That's how I look at it.
all right, let me say this. Boy, you got high hopes, and I hope you get what you're looking for, bro. But you gotta realize what you just said. You asking somebody to say fuck everything they doing and follow you. You saying what you got is more important than what they got. And see, I'm not saying that you don't know your worth, but think about what you just said. You want them to be on your team. So you're not trying to be 50-50.
But
Not even
extra,
no, no, hold on, bro. I'm gonna let you go back. Let me get mine out and I'm gonna let you go. You don't care what she got, you don't care about her career, you don't care about nothing she has to offer, but you want her to follow you. Now, if you providing everything and you doing everything for sure, that can happen. If you out there, you make a woman feel comfortable, you can get her on your program. I know you could probably swing that, bro. Honestly, really talk, because my wife's on my program, and I feel like you can do it, but it's about your approach. You can't come out. You got to come with a soft handed. You ever heard of a soft handed domination? You got to come with soft hand. You got to come with kid gloves. You can't just put it out there like, look, this is what happened. I don't care what you, bam, bam, bam. No, you got to ease them into it because nobody wants to give up total control. Nobody wants to give up their rights and their ability to decide. You want to ease her into it and show her how you are a great leader and how you have a future and how you have a great plan for y'all and how y'all will live great. And show her how, look, you do this, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Like, because once a woman don't have to worry about money, job, bills, then a woman's able to relax and do what they do best, and that's take care of kids in the house and nurture. Because when a man is controlling things and he's taking care of the finances, that takes a burden off of a woman. It makes her more feminine, and it makes her want to set up house, nest, and nurture. And that's what happened to our community. They took the man out the picture, so the woman had to become the man and had to be more masculine and dominant and had to raise the kids. But when a man is there, a woman's allowed to live in her femininity, and then she can have the kids and she can work around the house, and that's what they're born to do. That's what they like. But now the way society is, they have to get out here and fight tooth and nail with male. So you have to ease her back into her femininity. Like the way you come in, that's a little rough edge tactic, but your tactic needs a little bit of dousing, but it can work because it's a good plan. That's what most men and most high value men do anyway. Their women don't have to work and they're on their game plan. But it's not about what you say, it's how you say it. It's not about what you do, it's how you do it. It's a way to do it where it don't feel like she's surrendering, but like she's joining and she's a valuable member of your squad. You letting her be like she's the number one draft pick instead of like, look, you're gonna do this and that. And that's all I'm saying, bro. Like the way you come in, you gotta soften it up a little bit, but be firm but fair. You feel what I'm saying? Like give her time to lose her inhibitions and her will, and then bring her onto your tape. You just can't.
Can I say this? I want to say this to what you're saying. I'm not
Let me say
disagreeing
one more
with you.
thing. Let me say one more thing. I'm gonna
Go
stop, bro.
ahead. My apologies. My apologies.
Yeah. All I'm saying is once you ease her into it, then she'll be more willing and you can get it done. But you can't expect her to do that in the first 4 or 5 months of the relationship. You know, it takes a little bit of time for her to develop that trust for you. But once she developed that trust, then you got it. But yeah, I'm done. Go ahead.
And I'm not disagreeing, but if you that's why when Rob got on earlier, the first thing I agree with him on is that I do understand that I may be single for the rest of my life. I understand this. You know what I'm saying? Because I agree, just like you're saying, I am looking for a harsh standard. But this is what I'm looking for. And so I have to accept one or two realities. And those one or two realities are going to be, hey, I'm going to deal with women at that level and be single the rest of my life, or I'm going to find a partner and be able to progress forward that fall into the standards that I'm looking for. One of the problems that I had in my last relationship is that although I don't want to go too deep into it. I don't even want to go do too deep into it. I don't even want to go do too deep into it. But the thing was at the end of the day, you wanted to do certain things outside of the family atmosphere that wouldn't put us in the best position. And so at the end of the day, that's why I say when I look for a female, you got to be on my team. You got to follow my lead. And if you can't do that, if there's a problem doing it, then it's not going to be a good situation just because I know that whatever I'm trying to do, whatever I'm focused on, whatever I'm trying to accomplish is for the betterment of the family. That's what I'm looking for. And if you're going against it, then what you're telling me and this is just my strict, once again, my opinion. What you're telling me is that you're not on the family plan, you on the individual plan. Because when I plan these things out, shit, I don't, nigga, you can pay all the bills, and guess what? You can get all. Hey, I come and give my check to you as long as everything taken care of. If you are financially responsible that way, I will do that. But all I'm saying is at the end of the day, I'm not looking. I'm looking for somebody to raise to be able to fall in line with the program that I'm looking for. And if I can't find that, then I got to go with Rob. I got to understand that I may be single the rest of my life.
Let me ask you a question, right? Hold on, Key. Let me ask you one question, then I want you to give your lovely disposition. Let me ask you one question, Doug. You know you want her to follow your program, right? What if she has a program? What makes your program override hers? I'm just asking. I'm not saying. I just want to know. I just want to see how
My
you feel about
program
that.
override hers. My
Huh?
program It does not override hers. If she has a program that she wants to follow over my program, then we're not compatible. That's
But
all
if
I'm saying.
she's your, but if
I'm
she's
not
your,
saying my program is better. I'm saying that if she's unwilling to get on my program, if she thinks her program is better, then we had to, it's a non-negotiable for me.
salute Alexander.
I'm not saying. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. My apologies.
Go ahead, Key. I'm done with it. Salute Alexander Lyle. Salute everybody that just came in. Theo Coop, the Do Better podcast. Salute Key. Alexander, salute Key. I want to hear what Key got to say about this. Key, go ahead.
Okay. And I thank you for your honesty, Dub. I really do. So, and I have to put into perspective of where you are from. So you are you said you were a country boy. So basically that's pretty much the like how it pretty much is in the country. You know what I'm saying? From my understanding. Um I think you would do good with a housewife. I really do. I think that you would do good with a woman that's a housewife and not someone that is like business related, professional. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you couldn't mesh well with her, but this is why I say this. Okay. Say we was to get together. So for those that don't know, I'm the CEO of a writing company, right? It's called Cow Publishing. I published 3 books and I write grants and business plans for companies throughout the country, right? And so I also am a CEO of a home care based service in the Midwest. And
Shout out to you. Keep
thank
doing your
you.
thing.
I'm not saying this to brag or anything, but what I'm saying is that there are days and times like today, Upper went live. I couldn't go live with him today because it's finals week. I'm also in school. I got a busy schedule. I'm finishing up on my doctorate degree. So there are going to be times when, say, if you and I were dating, hypothetically, and I had a day where say like on my Fridays where I leave early, I'm up early and I don't come in until I think Upper, you called me probably like 30 minutes before the show started and I was just walking in um,
15.
to remind me. And so, and that was 30 minutes before the show. So if I hadn't seen you all day and there were some things that you wanted to be done or you wanted to do, um, and that's when I bring up when I gave the previous point of not, there isn't any room for error with it, it appears that way because if I'm gone all day, right? I'm a business professional. So if I'm gone all day, then how is that going to be with you if you're not being tended to? Because it sounds like it appears, and there's nothing, first of all, and I want everybody to realize this, there's nothing wrong with what he's saying. Everybody wants what they want. Everybody have their own standard. I'm not here to drag that down or anything else. I'm just here to put things into perspective. If you want it seems as though I would have to be tending to you a lot and making sure that things are okay and what you dictate, what you want it to be, not dictate, because I don't want to make it seem as though you're controlling or anything, but what you want it to be. You get what I'm saying? And so I would say you would probably fare well with someone that wants to be a housewife. And there's nothing wrong with that because some men absolutely needs that.
Hold on, Keith. Let me ask this. Let me ask this.
Okay.
You keep saying you you would have to be with what? Oh, okay, with what I dictated, right?
Right.
Tell me you want a man that you're gonna dictate to.
No. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But I feel as though there's no room for error. So if I'm gone all day,
It's not about room for error. It's not about room for error. The thing is so in your situation, right?
Let her
okay.
finish first, then you do it, bro.
My
No,
bad,
no,
bro.
no, 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 no. Go ahead, Dub, because I'm curious. Go ahead. I'm
No, no,
cool.
I think we're having a good back and forth. I think we're having a good back and forth.
That's
So,
very
All
nice.
right, go ahead, then. Go ahead.
and so in your situation, break down the perfect man, right?
Hmm.
Because I gave you the standards or for the woman I would be looking for. Break down the perfect man that would fit into your scenario, that would be able to dictate to you. And one thing I feel like I always think that a woman, she wants a man who's gonna take control. This is in my personal opinion, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I think this is something natural that women like about men is an individual who can take control. So if you have all these things going, you the same way, like you said, you got a busy schedule. Counselor, doctor, going for your doctorate right now, and I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Says do your thing. All I'm asking, break down the the perfect male for you that would that you would want to procreate with and have a life with. What would be the perfect male for you with all the things you have going on?
Well, I always say this when it comes to my schedule, I was in a relationship this year and it did not work out because of the fact that I would say not to go into too much details, but we just didn't mesh well. Our personalities didn't mesh well. But shout out to him. No, no, no bad feelings. But what I will say is that there's no such thing as a perfect man in my eyes. When it comes to business professional women, I think that because we have to interact and do things so much with people, I talk to people 24/7 every day. I sometimes I just want to let my phone, just put my phone down. But the ideal man would be someone that I can confide in. And I think that that's, again, it goes back to the point that I made earlier about communication. I think that we forget how important communication is, because communication is how we build off everything. Our trust, our love, our intimacy, everything is built off of communication. So for me, and I'm pretty sure I could speak for a lot of business professional women, it's really about us being able to trust you, and that's built off of our ability to confide in you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the ideal mate for me. I know that I'm going to deal with someone that is successful, whatever that looks like. You feel me? I know I wouldn't deal with someone that sags their pants or dresses crazy, because when I first met you, you wouldn't even got my number. I wouldn't even have looked your way. You feel me? So I know that the person is going to be well dressed. I know that he's going to be well mannered and all of those things. So all of that's going to come with the territory. But to truly be there for, be there, that talking head, you know what I'm saying? That's what I truly look for. And someone that has a personality and a sense of humor, because I can't be serious all the time. I'm a very funny person, so that's pretty much it. Like again, back to Aunt McQueen's point, we overcomplicate things, and it's not that serious. I didn't go on
Hey,
the spills. I didn't give a standard. I didn't say da da da. I know if you got all your teeth because I looked at them when you said hello to me. I know I was going to talk to you because you had all your teeth and you didn't have, maybe rotten golds in your mouth. That is so. I cannot stand men who won't take out golds or change them out, or they silvers. Like, change them out, y'all. Like, let it go.
Can,
Uh huh.
hey, family. I ain't trying to cut the butt. I'm about to get out of here. I gotta get up to work in the morning. But
hey,
All right.
yeah,
much, my brother.
I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I'll definitely be on the next show. And yo, up, this is dope, bro. I love what y'all doing.
All
And
right, bro. I see you on Monday, my dude. I see you on Monday.
absolutely. Hey,
Shout
hey, kid. Hey, key. I'm 6'4" and I shop at Marshalls, baby. You know what I'm saying? So holla at me, all right?
I got you.
Uh-oh. Hey,
we got the match connected going.
you
Upper
see,
echelon, you got the match
think
connected
what
going
you
on
say.
right now.
You know, that's an upper echelon man trying to holler at high value women. We see it.
All right, man. I'll get y'all on Monday. Y'all be safe, man.
I got
Shout
you,
out to my
Okay.
brother.
brother, man.
All right.
Go ahead, Doug. What were you saying?
Hey, real quick, upper man, Kevin Samuels used to, we used to rave about. Well, I got these people mad right here, up man.
Oh,
You
that's
got
what
to
this show
start
is
early.
about right here. That's why this is the upper echelon, man. You know, this is the first couple of days. We're gonna elevate and subscribe. This is gonna be a huge channel, bro. Like I got my man MTR. He gonna help me push it and everything. You know, this is just the first. This is the second episode. And this weekend I'm gonna have my wife show me how to work this laptop so I can start putting videos up here so we can start doing more.
Don't tell nobody else that now. You sound old, respectfully. Respectfully.
I mean, I'm not technology savvy, bro. Everybody know that, and I am old. I'm in my 40s now, bro. You know, I'm just good, but you know, hey, 40s the new 30s. You know,
Ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. All right, going back to the conversation.
Go ahead, Doug. What were you saying?
So no, no. Well, first off, what you're saying. So it ain't no perfect man. The thing is this. This is the thing with, and it's so interesting to me. Can I ask? Do you have kids?
No, I don't have any children.
Do you want kids?
Yes.
All right. So now with what you're doing as far as schooling goes, working on your doctorate, being a counselor, man, damn, I ain't got no disrespect whatsoever, but you do it all, and damn it, I love it. It's beautiful. You're doing it for the people. The question is that okay? If you have kids, are you gonna? What route do you want to take? Do you want to put them in daycare? Do you want to? Because, and this is the reason I say what I say. I would much rather the person that I know, you know what I'm saying, the person that I'm comfortable with. I had my son raised in daycare. I met true story, old white lady, medium white lady, fat white lady, old school black lady. These are the people that my son, when he was when he was coming up in daycare, who he was around, right? I understand now. I would much rather prefer him. And I was 27 at the time, so I didn't see things the way I see him now. It was what hell, he 8 now, so what? 8 years ago. But at the same time, the way I see things now, I want the person that I trust the most to bring my kids up. Do I want more kids? I don't know. If it happen, it happen. If it don't, it don't. But at the same time, this is what I'm looking for, and if I'm gonna be in a seriously committed relationship. And so in your situation, right? If you run into a man and he want to have kids, are you going to put him in daycare? How do you see you handling the kid situation?
I kind of knew where this was going. So I'm asked this all the time because I hear about, especially with me being 34, about the biological clock and everything else. I tell people all the time, my mentees, when I do speak with them, first of all, I'm busy like this because I am single. You see what I'm saying? I'm busy like this because I am single. And I'm a natural born hustler. I can't just and sit around and not do anything. It's just in my DNA. But what I'm doing is, see, with my writing, with my writing, the stuff that I do, once you're a writer and you kind of get in the mix and you know how to do set, you know how to write certain things, a lot of that stuff don't take a lot of time. And true writers will tell you that. Like we might got to change up some things and might got to do a lot of research, but a lot of that stuff don't take time. The most of my time is spent with my home care based service and with that company. And what I'm doing right now is, because I know that I'm 34 and I know that I want to get married and I know that I want to have children, is I'm setting myself up to where I'm in the process right now to where it runs it itself. You see what I'm saying? To where I have the employees in place, I have my director in place, and I am at home with my children, with my husband, and I'm kicked back with them. And I only got to check in on my place once, you know what I'm saying, once a month, do Zoom calls and everything else, because that's practically what I'm doing besides when I provide direct care services. You know what I'm saying? When I choose to do it. But again, I'm single, so I might as well get out here and cut the overhead costs by putting, making sure that I work it. You feel me? So when that time do come, of course, it will definitely happen. Um, but it has to be, it has to be the right one. That's all. But I get what you're saying too. Of course, you will want somebody that you love and trust to have raised, you know what I'm saying, to have watched your son and everything else. I'm a daycare baby, so I have no quarrels with that. Um, and sometimes that's just what works. And it doesn't work out for everyone. But at least you know that now with moving forward, if you choose to have children, you will want to make sure that you do have a partner that is able to bypass the, as Rick Timms will call it, the indoctrination that these places put in your children. And you can do it by yourself.
But this is the craziest thing. The funniest thing is so like I said, and my son now, grown daycare baby. Hell, I was a daycare baby. My son, nigga, good. He good. He gonna be. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be him. At the same time, the thing is I'm like, okay, what can I do better? And this is what put me in the mindset that I'm in as far as who's bringing them up. Well, shit, the shit that I'm teaching him now, he could have been taught this as a 2 year old if I had the right person putting the right information into him, if that makes sense. And so it's just I don't know. This is how I look at things. This is how I think about things, and I mean, it's also a preference. It's also a preference.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I think that if you don't go in, of course, have your standards. You like looks, you know what I'm saying? You look at a person's beauty and everything else. But guess what though? What I want you to understand up is don't overcomplicate it. I promise you, if you go with the flow and don't overcomplicate it and think about, oh, I'm not gonna spend this, I'm not gonna do this, and da da da, throw that all out the window. Don't overcomplicate it. Build it off communication. Remember, I said free game. The more money and time you invest in a woman, the harder it is to let her go. That's number one. Number two, if you want to know, if you don't want to break the bank with a woman, you know what I'm saying, or not even break the bank, but you don't feel like, if she's worth spending all that money for her, um, take her to a 5-star restaurant during lunch and brunch hours when the prices are half off. You know what I'm saying? The ambiance is great. You're paying for the name and good food and drinks, a good time. Okay. Um, number three, what else did I say? Number three, um, as you're talking to her, always realize that a woman is trying to woo you as well. So don't come off, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that this is what you do because I don't know you, but don't come off, you know what I'm saying, with the list of questions and everything else. Tap into her sensual side. Come over to her side of the table. You know what I'm saying? As the date is going on and y'all are done eating, pull some slick, get up, go, I tell you got to go use the restroom, go wash your hands, come back, sit next to her. You know what I'm saying? Really get that presence of her. I don't think y'all truly realize how that makes us feel. When you are tapped into us, when you are trying to really get to know us.
And that
So,
first touch, and try to find a way to touch her, like touch her hand,
touch your hand.
like
Yes.
or her
Yes.
shoulder, or
Yes.
her forearm or her shoulder. Once you get that intimate contact from the touch, she'll melt in your hand right there. As soon as you touch, it has to be a sensual touch, like her hand, her arm, her shoulder. Just find a way to put your hand on. Nothing sexual. Don't try to go for like the boob or the ass, nothing like that. Just something sensual, but make it a light, delicate touch. Like gently brush across her skin. Fire her hormones up by going across her skin a little bit. That's gonna set her on fire right now. I'm telling you real stuff. Free game.
Oh, and another thing, fellas, and in the chat, look, this is another thing that we like. You know how when you guys meet us, sometimes we might be plain Jane, sometimes we might be glam doll, right? Always tell us, fellas, always tell us on the date when y'all the first date. Look at us and say, did you do something different, like to your hair, and of course we're gonna be like no, or sometimes we might be like, yeah, you whatever. Be like, yeah, because I mean you looked nice then, but I mean you look beautiful even now too. or you got a certain glow about you, or I didn't notice that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just subtle things that you can make the compliments that are really, I mean, that are really just helps us let our guard down, because we have our guard up too. You know, we want to make sure, okay, is our hair okay? Is our dress okay? You know what I'm saying? Does these shoes go with this outfit? Like, y'all don't know the half of what we go through when it comes to first dates. Y'all don't know the half of it, especially if we
And
really like,
McQueen, facts. Go ahead, Key.
especially if we like you, especially if we know that you're a man of substance. Man, we put a lot of work into that. So just showing little things here and there, you know what I mean? Or telling us things here and there. Even if she laughs, you got a beautiful laugh. You know what I'm saying? Or when she smiles, wow, your smile is beautiful. Take a time. Ooh, this is a good one. Pause. And I'm telling y'all this because my books, I write love novels. Okay, so I know what I'm talking about. My books are like bestsellers in prisons. I swear to God, I swear to you. Because the dudes be telling me, hey Gucci, sorry y'all, my dog. The dudes be telling me like, yo, this is so true. This is how we definitely be coming. Like, when you are talking to a woman and you want to, before you compliment her, pause. You know what I'm saying? If she's in the middle of something, just pause and be like, you are, I mean, you are beautiful, or oh
Yeah,
my God, your smile. You know what I'm saying?
or
It's just
or you
because
looking real
you're
special today.
admiring her.
Just hit it like this, be like, man, you looking real special tonight. Is that for me? Cause you looking real good right now. I'm telling you, boy, that go a long way now.
Exactly. And always enter, when the waiter comes, and they say, what can I get you guys? If you're going to start off, then say, and what is my beautiful guest having? You know what I'm
Matter,
saying? What is my beautiful date having?
and I'm gonna tell you one
Always
thing better than
compliment.
that, Key. I'm gonna tell you one thing better than that. If you assertive man and you know about your business, order for the both of y'all. Order for her. Just be like, look, I got this, baby. I got this. And if you, especially if you've been in the restaurant before, you know what's good and what's not. First, and you've already gonna ask her what type of stuff she likes already. So order something nice for the both of y'all. Show her that you know how to make preparations and plans, and that you listen to what she said earlier, because you already want to take a feel of what she likes already. So order something nice. Something that'll tantalize her taste buds. Especially if you're at a nice restaurant, you want to tantalize her taste buds and open her up to new experiences like that. Because women are very emotional, vivid creatures. So when you introduce them to something new, that's imprinted on their mind. And you want to make that memory special. Reach across the table, touch her hands, talk, look her in the eyes when you talk, and let her talk. The best thing about it, don't over talk. Let the woman talk. A woman will sit there and talk, and then as she talking, she will get easier and easier because she's getting comfortable and you listening. A lot of times a woman wants to vent and she doesn't have nobody to listen to. So when you sitting there, you provide a ear to listen to, that right there opens up doors as well. Continue, Key.
Exactly. That is definitely, Upper was right on it. Like, that is definitely, that's all I'm saying. Like, again, I think that you are definitely a high value man. Um, I just think that I don't know you personally, but I can only, when we start to build a list, it comes from one or two places. Number one, we're still wet behind the ears, or number two, we've been hurt. And so I would go with the latter with you. And so, and maybe it might not be true, but I think we do ourselves a disservice by
Well,
going
he
through
has said
stuff.
he been divorced though, so
Okay, yeah. So we build this up, and what we're not realizing is that, and I can only speak from this because I did it myself, like I told you guys yesterday. We build up this list, and as we're building up this list, we are subconsciously building up a wall. And so the only thing that we feel as though will get in is this perfect picture that we've painted. And the more we date, or the more we get out there and we're not seeing what we want, we just continue to add to that list, and that wall continues to get higher. And you always lose doing that. You always lose doing that. So I would just say for you, Dub, is the next woman that you meet, don't have any expectations. When it comes, pick the date. Don't have any expectations, because that's your downfall. Because how does she know what your expectations are? You didn't tell her, and you're not going to tell her.
I did the whole no expectation thing one time. I did this,
Mm-hmm.
and it's funny. So I'm gonna agree with you, and I'm gonna agree with Upper. Y'all brought it out in a quick way, but I'm gonna agree with y'all because you a counselor, right?
Yes.
I can see the skill set. I can see the skill set. Upper, the man, he remember everything. What did he say? Well, according to you, I was hurt. Upper said I was divorced.
It's
Uh,
about. That's
hold
what
on,
I'm telling
hold
you.
on.
I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go, but it's about being attentive, brother. I'm attentive to everything, my man. Go
No,
ahead.
that's why I give you your credit. That's why I give you your credit. The same way I give her credit. I'm not disagreeing with y'all. Matter of fact, I'm agreeing and elaborating on the situation. And when I say all that to say I agree with y'all. The thing is this, because I have been at some point in time, and when I say have been, hurt. Because I have been, then at some point in time, nigga, I'm gonna put up a standard and say this is what I'm looking for. This is what I think will be best for me, and either I'm gonna get that or I'll be single. I know what I want, and so this is how. And at the end of the day, and I think Upper said it earlier. I look at it a little bit more on the side of shit. I'm doing respectfully. I'm doing better than most, and so if I am doing that, then technically I am the prize. And so, hey, we can meet. We don't meet. It is what it is. But at the same time, I'm throw my rod out there. I'm gonna talk how I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna be who I'm gonna be, and I'm gonna expect what I want to expect. So I know that when it all comes down to the say so, then I'm getting what I want. And if I don't, then hey, learn how to be single, nigga, respectfully.
Well, I think that, and
But
that's
okay,
fine.
can I say one thing, and I'm gonna get out your way real quick.
Go ahead,
There's one
Upper.
thing he said,
Go ahead.
and this is the problem that a lot of women and men have right here. A lot of women and men have been hurt in previous relationships and previous endeavors with other people, and then a lot of times they formulate something against everybody else. One thing women and men have to stop doing is you can't hold what happened in the last relationship against the next person. You got to learn how to let that go. Because if you holding on to past hurts, then the new person you holding them at an unfair advantage. They already have strikes against them that they didn't earn. Like you have to let a person, you have to start with a fresh canvas, a fresh point. You can't hold up what happened to you before against the next person because the next person is not fair for them. Like they didn't do that. It's like you're not giving them a fair shake. It's like you're already classifying them before they even get started. I feel like you give everybody a clean slate, and you don't hold your past ghosts against them. Like a woman shouldn't hold the fact that guys ain't like they always say all men ain't nothing because they dated a few bad apples, because not every guy's like that, and not every woman's a heartbreaker, so we can't hold it against the next person. All right, go ahead, Key.
Hold on, real quick, Upper. I just want to ask one quick question.
Yes, sir.
If we were talking about boxing right now, right?
Uh-huh.
When you have sparring partners, you have sparring partners for a reason, right?
Uh-huh.
At the end of the day, these I know what I'm gonna be good at. I know what I'm not gonna be good at. I know what fight makes what fight. At the same time, all my sparring partners, it took me a second to get to where I needed to be, and now I understand which fights I should be in, which fights I shouldn't be in. This is a fact for most fighters.
Okay, but you look at Lomachenko, you know he had sparring partners. Jermaine O'Neal was his
I
sparring
don't
partner.
go deep
Hold
into
on,
it.
hold on, hold
I was using it as a,
on.
I wasn't trying to get that deep into it. My bad, my bad. I
Okay,
should
but Lomachenko had a sparring partner like Jermaine O'Neal, and he was better than him in every way in the sparring.
Jermaine
But when
O'Neal.
they but when they got the fight in Jermaine O'Neal, I felt like he beat the hell out of Loma. Just because you sparring,
I didn't
you
mean
know
to
it.
take it far, bro. My bad, bro.
Okay, but I'm just saying, but just because we spar people, you know, it's a lot different than the real fight. Sparring and fight is
All I'm
completely
saying
different.
is I know what
I
is
know, I know
compatible
what
with
you were saying. I know what you were saying, but I'm just what I was saying is we can't let what goes down in practice affect the real world. Just
I
like we
know,
can't. All right, bro, go ahead, man.
I know what's compatible with my style. I know what's not compatible with my style. And so I'm gonna gravitate what's more compatible with my style. That's all I was trying to say.
Okay, go ahead, Key.
So with the point, and I keep hearing this, the woman is the prize, the man is the prize. What do you bring to the table? What else have I heard? Is so much. Um, and the only reason why I'm able to speak on this is because one of my clinicals was with marriage counseling. And let me tell you, we counseled everyone from when I was doing my clinicals. I sat in on everyone from people who were below the poverty line to your couples that made I think the richest couple I've ever sat in on a session for, they probably made 250,000 a month, not a year, a month. These were very rich people. So I've seen and heard it all. Okay, when it comes to relationships, especially this prize talk, especially what do you bring to the table, all of this. At the end of the day, I always say when it comes to the prize talk, when you're talking about a gift, right? A prize is a gift, whether it's a championship, whatever the case may be. If you are the prize, then the woman is the material. If you are the gift, then the woman is the wrapping paper. If you are the table, then the woman is the leg. She is the wood. She is the whatever it's made up out of. That's what you have to realize. So I don't want, and I'm not saying that this is what you're saying, but what I am saying is that we have to get away from the mindset um of it's just this prize, this person, because it's just this one person. Because at the end of the day, in the Bible, whether you believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? Eve came from Adam's rib, right? Um, whether you are, whether wherever the animal kingdom, whatever the case may be, it always, you know what I'm saying? Life is created from a woman.
But
You know, uh-huh.
but since this is where you and when you bring, especially when the Bible, the problem is at the current, and I agree with what you're saying. Life comes from a woman. I'm not disagreeing with that.
But
I
let her
think.
finish, bro.
Oh,
Let her finish.
go ahead. My bad. My bad.
Um, no, and I'm not saying that that's what you're saying. I was just making that point. But when you're saying that, with you being the prize, and I'm only bringing this up because a lot of men and women are saying this right now. They are the prize. They don't want to hear what do you bring to the table. They don't want to hear about bank accounts. They don't want to hear about whatever the case may be. They don't want to hear about anything. But from my experience and from me having um, over 10 aunties and having several uncles and all of them being in relationships, this is what I have seen. Okay. At the end of the day, a man is not nothing without, this is a man's world, right? But it's nothing without a woman. James Brown said that. It is nothing without a woman. So I don't care how much money you make. And I know that both of you guys and all of these kings in here are very successful. I get that. But let me tell y'all something. It don't matter about the money. It don't matter about the materials. It don't matter what you could bring to the table. It don't matter. It doesn't matter about the prize. You know what matters? I'm gonna go back to that statement I made. If something happens to me, will you be the one to roll me through the mall in a wheelchair? If something happens to you, will that woman be on right by your bedside, checking nurses and doctors to make sure that you got your IV and making sure that they change you and making sure that they rolling you so you won't get any bed sores and all that other stuff? Matter of fact, I'm finna put another one. I'm finna put y'all on some major game. I'm pretty sure everybody in this chat got life insurance, correct? So here, put a 1 in the chat if y'all got the life, if you have life insurance. Put a 1 in the chat if you have life insurance. If you have life insurance, when it's time for you to make the decision on getting married, if you can't fathom the fact of putting your wife or that your partner on your life insurance policy, then you don't need to be with her. The same goes for men. I mean, the same goes for women. Is that like literally we are overcomplicating this. It's not about being upper drop the link for Dub Right Side. It's not about being the prize. It's not about being any of that. Yes, we want to live comfortably. Yes, we want to have our kids go to the best schools. We want to make sure that bills are paid and everything else, of course. And everybody in here does that. I already know. I'm sure that I'm talking to men in here that are on their A game. You feel me? So I don't even have to go through all the rest of that stuff. But if you can't envision yourself putting that woman or putting that man on your life insurance policy, what are you dating them for? What are you with them for? If you can't, if this woman, after y'all didn't have conversations, is not good enough to take her to a nice steak restaurant, what are you talking to her for? And again, the longer that we continue to build on our list of standards and what we're looking for in a significant other, the deeper and the bigger that wall gets. And then you are going to be stuck, like Dub Right Side keeps saying, I'm going to be single forever, when it does not have to be that way. A woman will let you lead if she feels safe within you. She will not have a problem with that. She will be submissive. You know what I'm saying? She's not going to care about that. Like, seriously, I think that we're just overcomplicating it and overlooking so many things when we don't have to do that. We shouldn't have to do that. But again, with everything that's going on, of course, that's what we lean towards. And we think that everybody that we date is the enemy. And Dub, the link is in the chat. And we don't have to complicate this. We really don't. I'm gonna go back to my point. Okay, thank you, Upper. I'm gonna go back to my points. If after they say 21 days creates a habit, right? After 21 days, a person, when we first meet a person, we're meeting their persona, we're meeting their face. I mean, their customer representative. Afterwards, after those 21 days to 28 days, we are truly meeting who that person is. Really, to be honest with you, 14. After 6 months of dating a person, if you can't see yourself marrying them or taking it more serious, you don't need to be with them, because time is of the essence. Dub, go ahead. You want to say something? Hey, Rick.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, Dub, go ahead.
Well, first things first, I always got to do this. Shout out to the sunny side, man, of Houston. You know what I'm saying? No relation to Jay Prince. Shout out to my brother Rick Timms, man. Respectfully, of course, respectfully. You know what it is, Rick. And Key man, I'm not disagreeing. Hence the reason I say one thing, the way I look at it is, hey, and maybe what you're telling me, and I think this is what I'm gathering from what you're saying, is I'm kind of looking at it the wrong way. I'm looking at it as definitive. This is how I want things. You know what I'm saying? And I probably should open up and broaden my horizons. I think that's what you're trying to tell me. And I'm not disagreeing with it. I'm not disagreeing. The thing is I know what I've been through. And once again, it goes into the whole, and I know my brother Rick gonna tell me something crazy that I'm wrong somewhere, but it goes into the whole. No, I done kind of been there, done that, and I know that if I'm gonna go through things with an individual, then this is the person that I feel will make it or give me the best opportunity to be happy and be able to move through those different mediums. And so I understand what you're saying, but I also understand where I'm coming from as far as my experiences, and this is what I want to not be in any other situation. I apologize for being so long winded.
Oh wow.
Go ahead, Rick.
What's up? What's up, Upper? Hey, Key, right side. You know, everybody in the chat. Man, I really don't have much to say. I just really came up here to address something that I heard my man right side said earlier. You know, usually good girls like bad boys. And it seemed like my brother right side is a good dude and possibly had a few bad women. And no matter what speed you in, what lane you in, right side, I probably in your experience, you probably should stay away from them type of women that's in the fast lane, that's real slick talkers, because you seem like a very, very good, down-to-earth brother. And those type of women will try to pounce and they will try to juice you. But what really disturbed me about everything you said tonight was, I know I'll probably be single for the rest of my life. And I totally disagree with you, brother.
I didn't say no. I said I would be okay. I didn't say I know I will. I said I will be
No,
okay.
you said I probably will be single for the rest of my life. You said it more than once, man. Whether you said it in that framework or not, but I heard you specifically say it like that. And that's, man, you still in what, your mid-30s? Boy, you got so much more life to live and so many more women to encounter. Don't even put that out in the atmosphere. Don't even put that in the universe, man. You definitely gonna have somebody again. No matter how many times you try, dude, you good, man. You sound like you got a nice, solid, stable framework.
Tell him again, Rick.
Dude, man, come on, right side, boy. Some of us that been out here then had way too much experience with women, and some of us have not. But it's always somebody for everybody, dog. And the way you laying it out about how you want it to be, you know, you the prize, you want XYZ, you gonna find somebody that's gonna have the ABC to match that. So, dude, you good, brother. Man, I know you good, man. You sound like you too good a person. You know, it's gonna be some lucky lady that's gonna recognize that and appreciate that, and she's gonna coincide with you accordingly because of what you bring, and she gonna make adjustments to fit in. So you good, dog, for real. I know you good.
I appreciate that, Rick. I appreciate that, brother.
Yep, you definitely are.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that I know But I gotta be selective on how I move. The same way I think everybody should be selective on how they move. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying it ain't gonna work out for me. I ain't saying nothing like that. I'm just saying I know for me to be successful in a relationship, I gotta be selective as to how I choose a partner.
Because you know, I
Shit,
think
don't
you
we
might be
all?
wrong about that. Hold on, Rick. You might be wrong
Everybody
about that.
listening and everybody watching have to
Hey, Rick, hold on for a
do
second.
that.
You know,
All right.
the one that you think that you might not need, and the one that you don't want, might be the one that pull your whole thing together. And that's
Mhm.
what I'm saying. Don't already put pre-existing um biasness against somebody, because the one that you might think ain't the one for you might be the one that you really need and is the one for you. Go ahead, Rick.
And to piggyback on what Upper just said, man, it's always gonna be somebody that's gonna want you more than you want them. And whether you accept that or not, you know which path you want to head to. I mean, you got your mind set, and maybe on the flip side, you might want her more than she wants you. Whatever y'all gonna do to make that work, you you gonna give it a shot. And if it don't work out, man, dude, there's way more women than men out here. So you can't
I,
lose, man. You
that, that
can't
that that
lose.
that was gonna be my other point is that because and going real quick, I want to jump back to the whole Bible aspect, uh, the animal aspect that Key brought up earlier. That's one of my points. Statistically speaking, is more women, regardless of animal species that you're talking about, is more females than males on the planet. And I mean, I like my odds. I like my odds, but at the same time, bro, I mean, I'm a move the way I move, and if things work, they work. If they don't, they don't. And I'm always be who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I look at it. So,
And dude, you just proved my point even more because we the prize. We the one that's the smaller percentage. So the women, the ones that have to have the smaller pool to pick from. So whichever way you want to go about it, it's what you make out of it, man.
all right, I got you. I agree with you. I'm letting the whole. I'm gonna find it one day. I'm gonna find it one day. I'm letting the whole. I got you. I got you, OG. I got you.
Yeah, dog, man. I heard you say that twice, man. I'll probably be single for the rest of, man. You got 40, 50 more years left out here if you keep yourself healthy. Shit, man. What you talking about? And actually, our value increases as we age. When you get a little older, you have more stability. You know, whether it's financially, your residence. Hell, you raising a little young black king over there. He watching everything you doing. You everything you do and say, he watching closely. So you doing it for you and him right now. Right side. So as your value increases as we age, you even more of that prize you mentioned about 20 minutes ago. Little do you know.
I ain't mad at you. You ain't lied. You ain't lied at all. You right.
Salute
And
to
I
Just Do. Salute Just Do.
Shout out to my brother. Just do.
and I
Just
do want
doing
to
that.
and I do want to say too that with this, and y'all are absolutely right. There are more women than men out here, and as my grandmother would say, the pickings are slim. You know what I'm saying? For us in the
That's why
dating.
women are choosing women too.
Exactly. And no, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna bite my tongue on that conversation. But anyways, um, what I do want to say too that is that when it comes to dating and the man and a woman dynamic, I'm not saying to not have standards and to not, you know what I'm saying, date what you want. We only got one life to live. We here for a good time, not a long time. Okay. However, I just don't want it to be the takeaway from this whole show is I just don't want it. I'm tired of hearing all of these standards and these rules when we're overcomplicating it when it doesn't have to be. You know what I'm saying? A woman coming from a woman's perspective, although we can be a bit much, at our core, we are very, very simple. Just like Dub Brightside said, how he's simple, women are very, very simple. And I promise y'all, if you tap into that, if you tap into her energy, like she's tapping into yours, because one thing that y'all don't realize is that 9 times out of 10, when we get y'all number, when we're calling and having conversations, we're already having that thought of, is this the one? You know what I'm saying? Is this going to be the one that we settle down with after the date? Okay, can I see myself being with him? We're already running down the scenarios multiple times in our minds. Okay. And so we've already tapped into y'all energy when you're sitting across from us. And that's why I say it's so important, instead of having the questions and everything else, it's so important to just have that vibe with that female, to have that, and for the women too, to have that vibe with that male, to have just a a really good time. Like I
He,
remember uh-huh.
real quick, and I want to hear your the story you about to give us.
Okay.
I think the difference is that you have individual out here at this current moment in time that understand how to perpetrate um, the vibes that you're talking about, right? And when you have those individuals out here being sly like they being sly, respectfully, I say it respectfully, but it's the truth. When you have that, then it's hard to you got to learn to distinguish between. And a lot of times, the way I would prefer to distinguish between is a conversation, of course, but also um, what those first few dates look like. It makes it easier to distinguish. And so I agree with you, but at the same time, I will say you have a lot of hell men and women in general. Shit, we hang together, and so I can't tell who the thought out the the group is and who the good girl out the group is. I can't tell. I don't know y'all. You know
Okay,
what I'm
and you're absolutely right, because a woman knows, we know how to hide certain things. You are absolutely correct. And a man knows how to not speak on things. Okay.
Hey,
I
2 Cent, I'm about to drop the link. I want you to get up here and give another female's perspective on this thing right here.
since
But I'm gonna tell y'all one thing right here that I'm gonna tell you like this: a woman knows when she first meets you whether she want to have sex with you or not. She knows in the first meeting. She knows already. She knows after the first date if you the type of person she wants to date, and she knows after the first month if you the type of person she want to spend the rest of her life with. It's not women are simple creatures, and it's up to you to stop that first time from happening. It's up to you to make her not want it. It's things men do that turn women off and pushes them back. And a lot of times a man will have everything locked, lit, and sold, and they'll say something to do something that completely just turns her off.
All right, let me say it this way. Let me say this. So hypothetically speaking, right?
Here, 2 Cent, drop the link.
Hypothetically speaking, if okay, cool, it's this group of women here, right? All it's five of them, three of them bad. You know how that's you know how I normally go. Okay, if necessary, I can spend whatever is necessary to fuck that night if necessary, right? The thing is how do you distinguish between who is who in this group? How do you distinguish that?
You
oh,
distinguish it.
oh, go ahead, Rick.
Go
You
ahead, Rick.
distinguish
I'm gonna
it
tell you,
by
they all ready. They all ready.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if they in that group, they came together, and you got a couple of them that's ready to go. They all ready to go.
But I
Honestly,
ain't looking for ready. That's not what I'm looking for.
I
I'm
know.
looking
I'm
for
just
ready.
Well,
saying, if you that
listen,
type of guy,
that
if you that type of guy, you can't stop your animal magnetism. Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this: if you that type of man, a woman gonna be ready to go anyway. It's up to you to control the pace. If you want to treat her respectfully, and sometimes I'm gonna tell you like this: it's a line they used to tell me that I used to didn't believe, but then I see it was true. A lot of times, women always tell me, "I don't know what it is about you. I'm not usually like this. I usually don't do things like this, but you something different." They tell me that all the time. And I used to think they were just blowing smoke at my ass, but then I see how a lot of guys is with them, and I say, "Oh well, damn." And it took me a while to realize that. Like they wasn't actually lying. Like all Rick, you probably know what I'm talking about. They always say it's something special about you. I don't usually do this. I don't know what's going on, but it's just I had to have you. Like I don't do this on the first time. They tell me this all the time, and then I look and I see other men that date these women, and they don't even, they don't even get there. And then I realize, okay, it's something about me. So sometimes, bro, like
But
sometimes
that's what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Let me finish, bro. I got you, my nigga. I got you. That's your boy Rock. Can I rock, baby? I got you. You want to know? You want to know the keeper from the sweeper? I know what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. Just because it might be something special about you, duh. You might be having everything turned up to the max that night. Like you might be oozing your masculinity. Your testosterone's on 1,000. You might meet a girl that normally ain't like that, but hey, you got the charm turned all the way up, and you hitting everything syllable. You hitting everything on the thing. You connecting dots. Boom, boom. You baking a perfect cake right now. You might not even be trying to, but you did that. A lot of times, a woman, you can tell what type of woman she is by how comfortable she is around a bunch of men. You can also tell about how quickly she is to put certain things out. But just because she sleep with you the first night, that don't make her out there like that. Because, like I said, you might just be different. She might see you differently. Rick laughing. You know what I'm talking about, Rick. Let me back up. Go ahead, Rick.
and no man, just a little side footnote of what Keith said earlier. I laughed so loud. I was getting some gas when Key mentioned, her poetry that's floating around so many prisons. It took me back to like 95, January 95, no more early county jail days. I recall writing my girlfriend a poem. And dudes in the tank like, damn, Red, they would call me Red. Damn, man. They wanted me to write poems for them. So I started writing poems for 4, 5, 6 dudes in the tank, and they signed their name at the bottom of them and mailed it to their gas like they wrote. Boy,
Hey, Rick, that's
it's
funny, Rick.
crazy.
Cause look, I used to write that poetry too, and they used to ask me, "Do I tell them, look, y'all can copy?" They used to copy every poem I used to write. I was like, "Look, I ain't about to do it for you." And I had this one dude. He used to make hellified cards in there, and I put the poems in the card and everything. But I used to let the dudes copy the poems, and they girls be going crazy for it. I used to rap, so I was a wordsmith. But I feel what you're saying, Dub. It's a lot of hoes out there. It's a lot of hoes out there. But look. Not just because they hang together, don't mean that they all like that. Some of them are. You can tell. Just sit back and look and watch how comfortable they are around a bunch of different men before you make your move. Now, if you
And
see they
then,
entertaining a bunch of men before you make your move, then you know what type of woman it is. But if you see she stand back and aloof a little bit, then you know, okay, she might be a little different.
right, and dog. And it's no different than receiving information. You downloading information just like you downloading the woman and whatever she brings to the table. What you do is you retain what works for you and you discard what doesn't. So if she don't work out, she ain't work out. If the next one don't, she just didn't. You just go accordingly. It's no other way around it. The right side fall off again?
Yeah, he did. But go ahead and keep
I
cooking.
think I think he going through turbulence or something. He done fell off a few times. He'll be back up.
Yeah, he was starting to chop up a little bit, but oh man, right side, you can you can complicate matters, you know, unintentionally, and that's what it sounds like. He has practiced a lot, man. When he don't have to, when he stated
Self
he's the prize,
sabotage. I feel like he
yeah,
self
man.
sabotage himself.
When you know you the prize, like these beautiful women know they the prize, you gonna move like it. And when you show some type of uncertainty, they pick up on that, man. And women love
Like
confidence.
sharks and blood, boy. Like sharks and blood.
Facts. I mean, super facts, upper. And when they see you handling yourself to that degree where you know what you want, you know what you don't want, they gonna draw to you a lot more. When you seem a little uncertain and hesitant, man, they either gonna prey on you or they gonna move around on you. And
Once they see that uncertainty, boy, the fangs come out. Like it's like they sitting there circling you like a pack of wolves. And like a pack of wolves, they waiting for you to get lame or fall down. Like a pack of wolves will go against a herd of buffalo. And that lame buffalo at the end, that's the one they're gonna attack. They're gonna stick their teeth in them and they're gonna tear them to shreds. And that's what they wait. That's why women are very observant as well. Just like we watching them, they watching us. As soon as they see a little weakness or a little slip in your armor, boom, they own you. And like I said once before, the person that loves the most in a relationship will always get the short end of the stick because you love the most. So you're gonna take the most punishment, and you're gonna take the brunt of everything that go down right there. It's the one that doesn't care the most is the one that's the most free in a relationship, the one who's catered to more.
Facts, major facts.
I I do agree. I do agree to a certain point. Like I feel like when it comes to a woman and a when a woman true okay, trying to see how I could say this. Okay, so how I know if I like a guy on the first date would definitely have to be off a conversation and the humor. You know what I'm saying? And if they know how to have a good time. Now I always say yes, the person, it is um when you love someone, you in a relationship, a person that loves you the most is supposed to be, you're supposed to be with someone that loves you more than you love them, right? But again, my grandmother always put a comma behind that statement and said, but it's up to you to always make your man happy. And I think that if you truly find someone that is in that is indebted to your happiness, that truly wants to see you happy, that truly cares for you, I don't think that you could lose with that person. I honestly believe that. I feel like you because I do I feel like that men, just like women, but men's much more. They go through so much. You know what I'm saying? Like I see it with my
It's
brother.
hard being a man.
Yeah, I see it with my brother. I see it with my dad. I see it all the time. Like it is. You know what I'm saying? It's very difficult being a man. I get that. And I think that when they can find that peace, that solitude, somebody that they can talk to and again make them happy. I think that's when you found a good one and you don't want to let her go, because there's a lot of women out here that will pounce on the negative, that will pounce on what you're going through that's a detriment or an impediment towards you, and want to expose that. And that goes back to what I said yesterday. That goes back to what I said yesterday regarding a dominant, controlling woman. that is operating in her masculine energy and that just wants to control you. Some women, you got a lot of dominant masculine women that really truly preys on, as we said, overeager men, simps, tricks, definitely tricks. Oh God, I feel so bad for tricks. I feel so bad for tricks. Because I do, because it's like y'all think that, with all the money that I'm not saying y'all, but I'm saying it in general, that they think that with all the money that they have, they can just get any woman and splurge on them, and they don't realize that, man, we doing a number on them, and they just don't know it yet. So, and I'll end with that statement. Dub, are you back?
Yeah, he back. But that goes to that point that I made yesterday. The top 100 richest women, 98 of them never had a job in their life. They got their money off divorcing their husband. 98 of the top 100 women. The top richest 100 women, 98 of them came from divorce. So that's showing you what a woman is out there. So it's hard. You got to pick and choose wisely. But like I said, it's some good ones out there like Key, but they few and far between. And there's so many other ones out there that's bad that make it hard on ones like Key. So the same way men, we have it hard, the good ones have it hard, even harder, honestly, because it's expectations put on them, and men are labeling them, and they have standards set that these women have nothing to do with, but it's being put on their backs as well.
And then look, that whole concept of wanting somebody more than they want you, when you find yourself in those type of equations, if that's somebody that you really, really want and you see them not reciprocating the same degree that you giving out, eventually you're going to have to equalize that. And if you can't equalize that, you's a goner, because they going to realize I can do what I want. This on the man or the woman's side. I can do what the F I want, how I want. He ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere, because I know I got them. And if you can't make that into a two-way street, you in trouble, man or woman. When one side is giving more than the other, far too much, that's a recipe for destruction. And when Right Side mentioned about being hurt, that's when that hurt come in. And that's when you start feeling like I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life. Now, damn that. You gonna eventually get someone that's gonna be equally yoked, or you don't. And when too many of us, man and woman, we try to make people want us the way we want them, and you can't force that. It got to be equal. It got to be on the same goddamn wavelength eventually. And if it don't, you just discard that and wait till the next bus. It's more buses coming to that bus stop.
All right, we're gonna hear from the Right Side, then we're gonna go ahead and let Key wrap it up. She's studying for her finals. We've been on here for almost 3.5 hours. But Dub, go ahead, bro, and then I'm gonna let Key wrap it up after you. I appreciate everybody on the panel. I appreciate everybody for showing up that came through, smash that like button, and people that watching on the playback. I appreciate y'all as well. We about to blow it down on this channel right here. It's the Real Talk with me and Key Alexandra. Dub, go ahead, bro.
I agree with Rick. I agree with Key. You know what I'm saying? I think both great advice, and at the same time, when you start to, all I'm saying is what I look for now is something that I think is going to be sustainable, something that I think will roll into my wheelhouse, as far as something that'll be long term. And so I vet women accordingly, and we'll continue to do so. Utilizing the knowledge and the wisdom that's been provided tonight by my fellow panelists. I don't know if that's the right word, but man, much love to y'all.
If it ain't a word,
hell of a show, brother.
If you don't make it a word, we're gonna make it a word.
Hey, hell of a show, brother, man. You doing a hell of a job with this, man. And anytime I can come through, listen, if I can jump on the panel, I'm going
You
to.
always welcome, bro. You always welcome.
Hey,
I
Key,
think my brother Thomas Hill want to come up here and say something after you, Dub. But go ahead, Dub.
real quick, Key, man. Once again, it's a pleasure. Nothing but love and respect, and I appreciate you. I appreciate your opinion. My brother Rick, man, from the sunny side, man. No affiliation with Jay Prince. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's my brother right there. That's the big homie. Um, Thomas gonna come in here, and Thomas here, that's my brother. He gonna come in here. He gonna say something that I'm gonna disagree with. But Thomas, shout out to you as well, fam, man. Much love to you. Much love to everybody on the panel.
Real quick, Dub, if you have a channel, drop it in a link so that people can follow too.
Yeah, Dub does have a channel. It's called The Right Side.
Yeah,
Man, I ain't had a chance to go live like I really want to. So I don't even. I got a channel, but I ain't. I just haven't been able to rock it for a minute. Hopefully, I will be able to next time I come through. If I'm able to rock, then I'll drop it. But ain't no reason to drop it right now.
okay, got it.
All right, Thomas, what's up, man?
Nah, I was really just coming up here to give Kia her propers. I mean, hell, she's studying for a class exam, and she up here giving out knowledge and everything like that. I mean, that's giving up your time and giving up your substance. She need to be acknowledged for that. Also, my man Doug Rightside, bro. We know already off rip you are a prize, man. You should never think of yourself anything below that. But when it's coming to the relationship, that's what's really ultimately got to be the prize. You got to value it as the prize, and then in doing so, like you said, like Rick said, is you go through things, and they're not like mistakes; they're more like lessons that we got to use them as lessons so we can learn from them, because it helps to build the necessary building blocks to get to where we need to be with our perception and our understanding of certain situations and circumstances. And when it comes to our relationship that we have and forge with people as well too, man. But yeah, man, you not gonna just be single. You got so much to share with people, man. You just gotta find the right people that mesh with you. Cause probably the pool that you've been pulling from ain't been the ones that's
Thomas, you went out.
I thought that was me. Okay, cool.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but up always nothing but love and respect for you too, my man. Peace and blessings, and my main man Rick right there, Rick Timms, coming through with that understanding. Man, I just came up here to give you guys all your props, man. Appreciate you sharing a little bit about you to us, man. That's dope. And I'm out.
And we appreciate you too, Thomas.
Ooh, Thomas.
My
Rick,
brother, man.
what you got to say, Rick?
Hey man, as we wind it down, it's all about trial and error, man. We all fall short sometime, and all you got to do is be consistent and be confident. That confidence go a long doggone way, man. And as long as you know that and not simply believe it, when you know it, nothing else matters, man. Nothing else matters. When you know what you want and how you want it, and you make it understood, they either gonna be with it or be without it. And there's nothing else I can add to that.
Facts. And I got one more thing to say. I like to thank everybody for coming out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I like everybody that's watching the playback. Y'all make sure y'all like this, y'all share it, and y'all push it. Y'all get to see the real talk on this beginning stages. I'm telling you, we're gonna be big. Yes, we have big plans and big things in the work. Y'all just sit back and watch. Y'all get to watch a history of the making right now. Salute to my guy Ant McQueen. Appreciate you, King, and appreciate some of that good knowledge that you spit. And salute to my guy, Dub Rightside, for coming up here and sharing himself, and you know what he's been going through. And we like to watch Dub grow and see him get the woman that he needs. And y'all make sure y'all pray and y'all think about my co-host Key Alexander, that she about to do her finals, man. She came out here, she put in this work for us because she's a hard worker. She's a hard worker in everything that she do. And I'm gonna let her wrap this up. But peace and blessings, and I'm out.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Dub, as always. Thank you to Thomas Hill. Thank you to Just Do for coming through. Aunt McQueen, Justin James. I'm trying to make sure I got everybody. I know it was some people at the top, but shout out to all of y'all that came through. Reeve 215. Rome the Plug. Shout out to you. Thank you for coming up. Black All Day, all things as always. Thank you guys for coming in. I want to end with something very introspective. Always remember, it all starts with loving yourself and putting your best foot forward in all that you do. And remember the law of attraction. What you think about yourself and put out about yourself is what you will attract. And I just want everybody to keep that in mind. I have to remind myself of that at times. Nobody is perfect. And again, this is life. You only get one shot at it. So, man, have fun and have your standards, man. You know what I'm saying? And let the walls down. And guys, when we say what's wrong, please tell us what's wrong. I'm going to always say that. So I'm going to end that on that lighter note. I hope that y'all stay blessed. And I will see y'all next week.
Peace, everybody.
I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blew it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more.
His brain's gone, nigga.
It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting.
We really hit it, nigga.
We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals.
Break that shit down, nigga.
AK or anybody kill. Hop out, hit the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split 'em. LPN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eating bullet for dinner.
5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops, Draco. I got them all, you don't want no.
I got all those things, nigga.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it